Good morning. How the fuck are you? Did shit work? Is it work? Oh god, my camera. I knew it. I knew it. I'm still fixing my desk, so everything's a little fucked up right now. It's okay. What is happening? A fucking hype train? I'm not what? What? What?
What? Hail Satan. What the fuck? Thank you. Hold on. The volume is so loud.
Hold up. Wrong mouse. Good morning and welcome to the classiest place on earth. Thank you for the fucking hype train first thing in the morning, you crazies. I fucking appreciate you. What happened? Illyria, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving NA swings for 44 fucking months. Jesus goddamn Christ, that's a long time, and I appreciate you. Anzad, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving NA swings for 38 months. I encourage both of you to go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you for being here, and I fucking appreciate your support. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I figured out I spilled coffee. I figured out Streamlabs Stream Elements this morning. I've been using it for over a year. And I could not figure it out because they make it so fucking weird. Every website has to have some like special goddamn fucking like
Did you take your joy
take your
today?
joy.
Never forget to take your joy.
Yeah, that's what it has.
And I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Every like Stream Elements, Streamlabs, etc., they all have their own verbiage for everything. Like they want to be special. So instead of calling things alerts, they call it widgets. And instead of like setting up donation alerts, you have to set up an overlay. And it's just like I don't have time or brain space to learn new shit a lot of the time, and I got to put a lot of effort into it, and I did it. It's so stupid, but I did it. I did a lot of Googling this morning, but I fucking did it. Thank you for the hype train, my dudes. I very much appreciate you. I figured out, see, this is the first thing I figured out. I did a donation goal thing because I'm poor and dying, and I don't know. I was just trying to figure shit out, but I figured it out. I felt pretty accomplished because it's not user friendly. Like Streamlabs may be evil and copied everyone's whatever, but fuck, they at least were user friendly. I don't understand why you got to call everything new. And like, I didn't do it for ages because they were like, you have to make an overlay. And I'm like, I don't want to make an entire fucking overlay. I just want one alert, but that's how you make alerts. And it's just so convoluted and stupid. Anyways. Did you know that a group of platypus is called a pandemonium? That's pretty dope, right? Right. I know. Meebo. Meebo with those biddies. Thank you for the biddies, you psycho. I appreciate you, generous slut. Thank you very much. Illyria, you make my heart warm. Can you tell me why my brain decided 3 a.m. was the time to have an existential crisis? No, but if you figure it out, will you let me know? Because hard same. There is. The tutorial videos on YouTube they're fine. I just don't. I know it's me. I know it is. It's not anything wrong with these people, but it's similar to the feeling I get when I try to look up a recipe online. You look up a recipe. Thank fuck most people have added this button that says jump to recipe nowadays. But you fucking go to a recipe and then you have to read a book about their grandma's lasagna before you can get to the goddamn recipe. And that's what these fuckers do with their fucking YouTube videos. Hi guys, my name's Jason. I'm a streamer on YouTube. Sometimes I play Fortnite, and today I'm going to show you how to use a computer. So here's my desktop. You're going to press start, and I'm just like, my brain checks out so fucking fast. Why? I'm not here for entertainment, fucker! Anyways. Babe with the power. Oh my god, I saw I don't know what probably because I love the Labyrinth. I keep getting memes that just pop up by accounts I don't follow on Instagram. And it's like me casually watching the Labyrinth, and then it'll be like someone's head bursting through a wall, David Bowie's bulging penis, all the time. These are the things I get. You'd wonder who I am and what lists I'm on. It's not user-friendly. I'm so glad I'm not the only person, because it's like, and so every single alert you add is an entire overlay, which seems excessive to me. Like, why would you want 50 overlays? I don't know. It's just complicated. Everybody makes everything so complicated these days. I don't understand why. They want to be special. Yes, my brain checks out immediately, Larry. I'm hard same. Like, I'm not here for your stories or any. I just want to know what your video is titled, how to do something. Just fucking do it. You know? Give me text. Same. Oh my God, trouble. I am so hard. Like, I cannot agree with you hard enough. I get irrationally angry when I Google how to do something and Google just suggests 50 videos on YouTube first. And I eventually just end up getting on Reddit. Like, I don't know. There's nowhere to go. I want text. I don't want to listen to a video of someone talking about their whatever. It's like, just give me the instructions, like a step by step, base shit, hard same. I don't want to watch a video on how to do stuff. Same with everything. Like, I struggle with this with like sewing. I like to sew. I sew all the time. I like to do like embroidery and stuff. And I'll go online, go to Google, how to do blank embroidery stitch. 50 YouTube videos. I don't need a YouTube video to know how to do a fucking stitch. I just need a picture. Like, a picture of the stitch is fine. But it's like, I think the world has gone to this short form content thing. Everybody wants a video. Trying to look for a map of a specific thing in any game just gets you 20-minute videos. I hate it. Even if you Google like a walkthrough, you get a fucking video. I'm not listening to your video of a walkthrough. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm here for. I was in training last week and the dude was explaining to people how to favorite websites for reference materials. I'm sorry, what? Huh. Interesting. That's the dumbest. Wow. Why the fuck does Stream Deck refuse to launch on startup? Dude, Stream Deck's been having issues lately. I don't know what it is. My Stream Deck does the same. Every single time I restart my computer, a pop-up pops up on my computer that's trying to get me to log into Stream Deck again, like every single time. And if I just exit out of it, then if I open up a browser, it will just start opening up the same Streamlabs browser over and over and over and over and over again. It's been happening for like months. I have no clue what's wrong with them. I prefer videos, to be honest. I learned from visual instruction. I just can't stand that they go too slow for me. I think that's what it is, Psycho. I don't mind visual instruction when someone moves at the speed I need them to move at, that my brain moves at. But especially when you're looking up, like, unfortunately, when I'm looking up, like, sewing stuff, 9 times out of 10, the video is some 90-year-old grandma, and the video is horrible, grainy quality. It's like her cell phone. And she's like, all right, and now my grandmother taught me this stitch. And I'm just like, ah! Oh my God, move faster, fuck! You know what I'm saying? Thank fuck for 1.5 speed, let me say. Good morning, Anubis. How are you, love? Not Reddit anymore. That's all porn and John Oliver and porn of John Oliver. Honestly, I'm down. I'm here for the porn of John Oliver. Literally, like, I don't go to Reddit and search something. Like, it'll be the 50 videos, and then the first link that is text instructions on how to do something is usually a Reddit question. So I click it, and I mean, the vast majority of the time, I get the answer I'm looking for by some response in a Reddit post over anything else. It's crazy. The audio learning is what gets me. I'd much rather sit and read something. Me too. I have a really, really hard time just listening. But if I can read it, it like takes up enough of my brain space that I'm not spacing out while I'm doing it. Something like that. Dude, Kinger, I can't with that. Like, you gotta, it makes me think of, like, you know, the meeting thing. Like, we always say, you know, meetings could be an email, but bosses will get pissed and be like, we have to have meetings because people won't read their emails. So maybe hire employees mature enough to read their fucking email. Why does everyone have to suffer a meeting because fuck shit over there can't read? We're all adults. Like, hire people that can read emails. That should be part of the hire. Like, will you read your goddamn emails? Because if not, we have to have meetings. I don't know. My brain, it hurts me inside. What up, Japita? How you doing, honey bean? Like I said, if you want to monetize a video, it has to be 5 minutes or longer. No shit. So they're doing it to monetize it. That's fucking ridiculous. Got a lot done today? Good. No lightning. Pretty good. I actually didn't get a lot done, but I learned how to do fucking alerts on Stream Elements for the first time, finally. Good morning, BDO. How are you, love? Sometimes a meeting is a good thing, though. Is it? I have never, I mean, personal. I've never been to a meeting that I walked away from thinking, wow, that was a great time well spent. I don't know. I've been to so many, like, especially at the hospital, like, dude, you just have to go to these meetings with surgeons that were just so fucking boring. And it was like, just write an email. I can read this. I want to read instructions. Please stop with the videos. Same. Like, give me the verbs. I'm so there with you, Timon. Hard yes. We become illiterate. What is that? Oh, God. My brain has felt like mud, too. It's like a constant battle against your fucking inner self screaming for more entertainment. I read my email. Like, I just don't. Like, if my boss sends me an email, I'm going to read it. I don't understand. Nobody reads their goddamn emails. Like, grow up. It's time to grow up and read your fucking emails. At least once a week, I have to get someone to cancel a meeting request because the thing they want to have a meeting about was answered in an email they've never read. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't. I can't with that. Mm-mm. It's like we all have to sit and suffer. And again, it's personal. I know it is. It's my brain, but I can't sit and I'm not going to get anything out of your meeting because you're boring and I can't listen to you talk. So really, you're just taking me away from work I could be doing to sit for 15 minutes and listen to you blabber about nothing. And then I have to go back to my office and try to remember what the fuck you said. And I'm probably going to email you and just ask for a rundown of the meeting. In an email. 98 people are, well, psycho, I watch a shit ton of YouTube. Like, I watch all my like true crime podcasts and shit. I watch the video forums or something on YouTube. And so I listen to YouTubers bitch about that stuff a lot. Like, they're always talking about the complications of YouTube, similar to Twitch. We all have issues all the time. And the monetization is wild over there. Like, whether or not you can get monetized, if you say COVID, they just get rid of your video. Like, you're no longer monetized. Like, certain words, YouTube blocks and unmonetizes your video. And it's like, but if you're fucking talking about COVID, I don't know. I think it's their way of deterring all misinformation is just making it so no one can put any information out there, which is crazy to me. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, yeah, there's Joe Rogans out there, so let's just make it so no one can say COVID anymore. Or like, it's so, I mean, I get why, but like the true crime podcasts and shit I listen to, a lot of them have to do with rape, murder, fucking sexual assault. Like, they're true crime podcasts and they can't say murder, sex, or rape. So they have to come up with different words to say it, but they're still saying it. You know? It's like when racist people come up with new racist words. It's just, you're just coming up with new words to say the same thing. Like, my brain, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I keep grabbing the wrong fucking mouse, Katie. It's good to thrash some things out face to face, but misusing meetings for updates where you say something and then wait 50 minutes for everyone else to say a bit. Oh, I've literally never attended a meeting where the people attending the meeting were allowed to talk. Maybe that's the difference. Like, in a hospital, if you're called to a meeting, it's because a doctor is going to stand up and talk to you for 30 minutes about something, like a new piece of equipment or a new procedure or something. Like, it's just sit and listen, and they'd get us donuts, and we'd all just be like, for 30 minutes. Like, it's just brain dead stuff. There's no back and forth or anything like that. I'm all about an open discussion. Like, that's different, though. To me, that's not a meeting. As someone who spends a large portion of their work life in a meeting, sometimes they can be exceptionally useful. I believe you. You literally, gluttony is king of meetings in the most unfortunate way. Like, you live in meetings. I would believe you if you said that. I've personally never been in one. I've had useful meetings when there's actual discussion and not just people giving updates. God, I can't even imagine. Like, I just remember all the meetings we'd be sent to. Like, say there was a new ventilator or new equipment. We'd have to sit there for an hour, listen to some person blab on about it. And then we would all take the ventilator in a different room afterwards and then go actually learn how to use the ventilator alone without that person. Every time. Like, we'd all be looking at each other like, I'm grabbing that one, yeah? We're going to go to, cool. And someone would literally slide in, grab the vent, and we'd run to another room, and then we'd go learn it with the instruction manual. I'm never going to learn shit from a fucking salesperson talking. But those are the meetings, I mean, personal experience, I can't generalize. Those are the kind of meetings I always had to go to, and they were, like, you guys know I've bitched about the whole hospital like culture of there is no one to cover you if you have to go to a meeting. So imagine you are a patient in the hospital, and because none of the respiratory therapists will read their email, every single RT in the building has to go into the basement, into a room for an hour, and hope to God no one dies in an hour. So we're all sitting in this meeting with our phones like, yeah, I'm paying attention. Yeah, oh, vents, yep. Oh my god, phone, and then you just have to sprint. Like, it's unsafe, it's unethical, and it's stupid, in my opinion, because people won't read a fucking email. That's, like, there's no one in there. You die, you die. If I'm in a fucking meeting, what the fuck? I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Thank you so much for subbing to my channel. Wait, TikTok came up with mascara. What? Wait, the R word? I'm gonna say it just to clarify. Retard? Like, retard is a slur on Twitter, but not whitey. Those are both bad, yeah? What? It's the meetings about meetings where I lose my shit. Wait, Magnissimo, I'm sorry, what? What? That's a training session. It never felt like they would kind of claim that they would use verbiage like that. It never felt like that though, because to me, a training session is I get to ask questions and the person I'm talking to actually knows how to run the ventilator. But it would always be a salesperson. Like, they know all the specs of the ventilator. They know how it's so much better than every other ventilator, but they wouldn't let us touch it. Like, they'd just be sitting at the front of the room with it. And I guess maybe, again, personal, I'm such a hands-on person. If I'm going to learn how to use something, I got to have my hands on it. I need a manual. I need to sit there and fuck with it for a while. Like, I'm literally going to be using this machine to save lives. I'm not going to count on some bitch who makes more money than me to sell it to tell me how to use it. But that's just me. Again, you can't generalize personal. They need to play a video of Subway Surfers while they talk. Dude, I'd be into that. In the call center I worked at, I actively wanted reports from different departments and to discuss. That way, operations stay on top of things. But that's discussion. Discussion is totally different than, some jack off just wanting to be the center of attention for 20 minutes in a tiny room, Most of the peeps I know from France have had a chance to change up how they speak because that word means delay in French. I mean, it technically means that here, too. Like flame retardant. To retard the reaction in chemistry. Those are the only places that word belongs, in my humble opinion. Also, on Trump's forehead. I have to run weekly meetings as part of my job, but I always bring food, make them 20 minutes or less, and send an agenda with notes right after. That's the best. The best. Honestly, I used to volunteer to be the, what are they called? Like the note taker, the minutes person, because it gave me something to do during the meeting, and then I'd actually like absorb the information, and then I'd email out the minutes to everybody else because otherwise I just didn't get anything from it. The ancient art of RTFM. Wait, what's RTFM? Wait, Boone, what is RTFM? I reported someone for calling a mutual an R, but I got reported for calling someone. The world is so weird. Yeah, Whitey. Like, you can't. I don't need to say it, right? It feels so, like, fucked to say, like, but there's no racism against white people. What? No, this is a good conversation because honestly, like, it's controversial opinion, but I honestly think it should just be open game on us whites. We're pretty terrible. In general. I don't know, man. That's what? What? According to Elon, cis will be treated as a slur on Twitter. We are living in a weird upside down clown world. What the fuck? Cis? I don't know what to say. That's so fucking dumb. Read the fucking manual. Amen. Read the fucking manual. The world itself isn't really much different. It's just a small subsection of the internet that we make our world that's twisting itself into a knot and back again. It very much is, and I think it spreads though. You know what I mean? Like there's people who aren't part of like you and I feel like you and I meaning the greater part of the internet community, people that are very much into the internet. We we know that subsect of angry people is pretty small. But when they have the anonymity of the internet and the ability to spout whatever they want to, they will. But they don't go about doing that in their day to day life. Like they're pussy fucks. They're sitting in their fucking combat gear in their house, scared of neighbors. But when the like world that isn't involved, like isn't balls deep in the internet, I guess I don't know how else to say that. They can see that and think that everyone's so angry, everyone's crazy, blah blah blah. Like they generalize it and it can spread that way. Dead Cal saying, I mean, you won't get me in trouble. No, it's fine. These are good conversations to have because language is a huge thing right now. Elon is a fucking moron. There can be prejudice against white people. You cannot be racist towards them. Yeah. You can't be, there's no racism towards white people. Like, what the fuck? I don't know how to say that. That sounds like a bad sentence to say out loud, but I think you guys know what I'm saying, right? Like, for the most part, like, we're terrible. What even, I mean, yeah. I mean, scientifically speaking, I guess white is a certain lack of melanin in your flesh. I don't know. It's all stupid, but it's the world we live in, so we can't just deny it. We have to fucking fight against it or something. Again, depends on how it's used. I've had my opinion be called that invalid because of me being the way I am. What? What?
Hail Satan. Amen to that.
What? That's Zoe, thank you. So can I oppress y'all cis folk? That's the thing. Like, how do you oppress the white people? How do you oppress cis folk? What? Zoe, I had a dream about you last night, and I have to tell you, it was it was like a blink of a dream, you know, like a second. It was so bizarre though. It's like one of those dreams that's haunting me now. I don't remember why we were in the same room. I have no idea why we were together, but I approached you to give you a hug, and you said no. You can't hug me from the front, and you made me turn around, and you gave me a back hug like you were gonna fuck my butt, and then you were like, "It's because my boobs hurt," and that was my whole dream. That was it. I woke up this morning like, what? It was so weird. I got dreams, right? Japan is very racist towards non-Asian people, especially white. They're called guy. I mean, the whole world. Racism is everywhere, right? People don't understand that is whites are in the position of power, and that's why it's not racism. I mean, it goes back to that like fucking the make America great again. Like for who? Like when was America great for anyone except white dudes? Apparently, the way to oppress people is to give non-white people equal rights. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. White people tend to view consequences as oppression. Oh my god, that's so real though. Oh, that like hurts me in my dick. Few places where the situation's upside down. Yeah. It's just as a grand. Stressing the reading, I recommend Pedagogy of the Oppressed by Paulo Freire. Oh, I don't have it. Would you? Oh, I don't have a pencil. Ugh. I'm so not together. My desk is naked. I'm doing it. It's happening. Paulo Freire. Freire, is that how you say it? Paulo. Oh, come on, pen. My desk is totally naked right now because I'm still trying to fix it. It's a bitch. It is. Hate is fucked up. At the end of the day, like, it's, there's such a huge population of people that spends their entire existence just like thinking about other people and how they should not be the way they are. And that is so bizarre to me on all notes. Like, how do you not have anything better to do with your day or your brain? It just cripples me mentally to think of that or to try to put myself in that place of just like, my life is going to be based on just like hating. I don't know. I got so much things to do that don't involve that or other people, to be honest. If we're being real about it, nationalism, racism aren't really that different. Oh my God, Katie. Wrong mouse. Except for the race racism is basically pre-species, and basically exists as a concept to support black and white dichotomy that came from the transatlantic slave trade. Imagine trying to address racism within the confines of a nation-state nationalism. Good luck with that. You can't even, I mean, you can barely address it anywhere because even people that aren't racist have a really hard time admitting that racism is still around because for some reason they take on guilt. Like it's their fault if it's still there. Like I was talking about this yesterday, but I very clearly remember my parents as a kid saying to me, like, we're very lucky we're not in the South where racism is very prevalent still. And I'd be like, oh yeah, you're right. And then you grow up and you're like, but it's everywhere. What? What's South? South of what? Our driveway? Like, but I remember that. They don't say those things anymore. Like they've definitely learned, grown, woke, whatever. My parents are not that bad anymore, but like, I remember that. And I think a lot of people had that weird, you know, we're the North. Whatever shit. Yeah, it's very what? And I talk to my mom about it nowadays, and she remembers thinking that way, and she does not anymore. Like, it's very bizarre. It's bizarre thinking about, like, how your brain just changes over time. I'm glad I did as well, and so have they, but I remember them saying that, and I totally believe them. I'm like, okay, I won't go to the South, because that's where racism is. What? Foray. Nell Irvin Painter's History of White People is a great read. Oh, I think I have that book. I have a lot of books on how to not be racist. I tried to be an educated person. I don't want to be an ignorant white person. You guys know I grew up in ignorant Rednecksville. Good times on Crispy. How are you? Is the house so quiet and sad? Trying to separate prejudice and racism when racism is prejudice just adds the optics of separation. We're all human and we shouldn't be fucked up towards each other. I don't know. I agree. No, I agree. I agree, and I was very much raised that way, I think, because that's just my core. I think that's what I struggle with, is that my brain says everybody's a people. I don't understand why you're hating on some of the people. I don't get it. Like, and I think that's why I struggle so much with all this hate, is my brain literally cannot make logic of it. One of the last women I dated said this, quote, I feel sorry for gay people and all the abuse they've had to suffer that turned them gay. You pick winners, Mag. She literally thought all gay people became gay from sexual abuse trauma and that it wasn't possible to be born that way. Well, that's unique. I've never forgotten about the bitch that asked you on your first date for your credit score, Mag. That literally haunts my brain. There are some fucking weird people out there. I don't know, dude. What? Like, I'm weird, but whoa. I agree, Dead Kel. I love to consider myself anti-racist. That's literally how I think I've told you guys this story a long time ago. But this was a while ago. This was like 2 years ago. We were at Scott's house having dinner, and you guys know he has 2 kids that are just like amazing. They're so open. And I think this was kind of at the height of the Black Lives Matter movement when a lot of shit was going down. People were definitely rioting all over the place and protesting. And his son, Scott's son, looks at me at the dinner table and goes, "Hey, Katie, do you like racism?" Just serious. Like, is a very serious child, and he tries to talk like an adult. He's like 11 or 12 or something, and he speaks like an adult, and he wants to talk to you like an adult. So he just like crinkles his eyebrows and looks at me like, "Do you like racism?" And I mean, I didn't laugh, which is phenomenal. I sat there for a minute, and Scott and Bree were like silent, just watching, like, "Oh my God, what is Katie gonna say?" And I'd never heard of the term anti-racist yet, actually. I kind of came up with it on the fly and then learned later on it's totally a term and that's what I stand for. But I told him, I'm like, "Actually, I'm just anti-racist. I'm anti-racists." And he was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. And I just tend to not associate with people who are." And he was like, "Me too." And just went back to eating. But they're so pure. I love the way kids talk, and the way that Scott has raised his kids to be okay asking questions like that makes me so happy. Because, like, granted, it's not worded the way you and I might word it if we're trying to suss out if someone's racist, but the pure, like, curiosity and sheer honesty of the children is just so awesome to me. Can you please explain to me what the fuck a credit score is? Oh my God, Stream Bonker. No, but I can. I can explain it to you, but I can't explain why it still exists or why anyone puts any value in it. So essentially, you're born with a credit score in America. You're born with like a really shitty credit score. Like, credit scores go from 0 to 850 or something like that. And you are born literally with a credit score of like 500. And if you never sign up for a credit card, your credit score stays at 500, which is a bad score. So, for instance, the way America uses this system is if I want to buy a car or buy a house, I have to submit a credit score approval, whatever, and they'll look at my credit score and see a 500 and say no. So, in America, you have to put yourself in debt to raise your credit score to buy a house or a car or anything. You have to put yourself in debt to be in debt. Yeah, if you have your born with credit score, you're not a good consumer and they don't bank on you spending tons of money. You're probably going to pay off your car with cash and they don't want to deal with you. They want you to buy things on credit and pay interest for the rest of your life. It's fucked. It's a fucked up system. I view myself as someone who strives to be not racist. I had to spend a lot of years undoing stereotypes beaten into me growing up in Illinois in the 70s. I mean, hard same. I think all of us did. I think most people have to beat shit out of themselves that they learn when they're older, like, "Oh, that's bullshit." Which is good. I mean, that means you're a thinking human being. Stream, it is. Oh, it 100% is. It's a system built to keep the poor poor and to keep the rich rich. That's what credit score does. But it's crazy because you don't have to have, like, so for instance, say you get a credit card and you don't make your monthly payments or you don't pay off the balance, they will start knocking points off your credit score every time you don't pay it. So say you have a credit card and you can't pay that bill this month. You literally don't have the money. Your credit score goes from 500 to 440 instantly. And then the next month you don't pay, 350. Like, they will just start chunking off of it. It makes you look worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And getting it up again takes like 20 years of just paying things on time. That's the only way you can raise your credit score, is literally just time. It's very fucking broken. It's so fucked up. I hate it, Glenn. Mag, that's my worst. That's the worst. No shit. Magnissimo went on a first date with someone that said, and I quote, "Before this goes any further, can you tell me your credit score? I'm not looking to date bad debt." First date. I'm sorry, what? I've never forgot that. That story haunts me. For the rest of my life, it will haunt me. I'm a racist. Shut the fuck up. They're basically 3 big companies that watch everything you do financially and create that score from the banks they use. Yeah. Like George Carlin said, using money they don't have on things they don't need. There's a good quote in Fight Club that's similar to that, isn't it? It's like, the things you own begin to own you, something like that. You can get a good credit score by using a credit card and paying it off every month. Paying interest is not required. 100%, yeah. I was just describing, like, if you don't pay it off. I have fuck all in the way of money, but my score is in the excellent range. Lucky you. Hopefully my internet stables today. I caught up in levels on my Rogue. If you do play, oh, nice. Were we not the same level? Every day I learn something new about America, and every single day I go, oh God, why the fuck did I want to live in that hellhole when I was a kid? Dude. Every time I travel and go to another country, I'm not lying, I cry on the plane home. Like a bitch. Every time. And all the countries, the moment that plane crosses into US territory, I bust out into existential tears at what I'm going back to. I hate it. It's so traumatizing every time. I'm just like, oh, fuck this country. It's struggling. Magnissimo, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Stream Bonker. Stream Bonker, use the Bolt Wizard of the highest order. Please go forth and be consensual in all the fucking ways and enjoy your emotes.
Hail Satan, motherfuckers.
Thank you. That someone checking your credit score makes your credit score go down? Yes, kind of. There's two different... Streambonker, it gets so weird. Like, there's so much weirdness in credit score stuff. It's going to get confusing. But there's something called a soft hit, and there's something called a hard hit. A soft hit, for instance, is, say you are looking to buy a car, and you go and you apply for loans at 4 different financial institutions to get your best APR or whatever. Every time you apply for a loan, you're going to get a soft hit on your credit report. But if those 3 big credit companies see that you're applying for the same loan across different banks, they know what you're doing, and they'll give those points back to you in a few months. I don't know how, I don't know what the fuck, but that's the theory. A hard hit is if you miss a payment on a credit card or something for 30 days. They hard hit, and that's a negative that will stay there for like 7 years. No shit, it's 7 years for a negative hit to stay on your credit report. My credit's fucked because I had over $90,000 in student loans and made $40,000 a year as a respiratory therapist. It's really a convoluted system that's designed to justify usury level interest rates. Yes, it is. Why the fuck does this system sound like a quasi-medieval system of classified crimes and how criminal a person is? Because it is. Our entire country is designed to keep the poor poor and keep the rich rich. That's all it is. It's fucked. I don't have any answers for it. It's just like, we don't have a choice. It's just like, you're born with it. It's fucked up. Zach has perfect credit, but he didn't have a credit card until he was like 35 years old. Because he went to buy a car and he couldn't because he didn't have any credit because he'd never been in debt before. It's so fucked up. It's fucked up that not being in debt makes it so you're not a good bet. I don't know, man. It's weird. Solipsis's DMs are open for the soft and the hard hits. Just a PSA for everyone. Boon, right? Whenever I think about how bad some is, I just look at what's going on in the US and feel better about where I am. See, at this point, we have to look at, like, the Ukraine and Russia to feel better about ourselves, which is really fucking sad. Why the fuck does this system... It is. No, it is. It's criminal. You wish for a Honda Civic, you shall receive a soft hit for it. Literally. Like, we are going to doom your credit if you want to do anything with your credit. So you have to get a credit card to build credit, but when you get a credit card, it's going to hit your credit and knock your credit down. It's so... I don't know. It's so weird. It's fucked up. It's such a fucked up system. I don't know. People get fucked by it without even knowing they're getting fucked by it because it's just happening in the background regardless of what you're doing. Oh, they didn't come in until the late 80s? No shit. Loans in general, I agree. They're very, very fucking predatory. Banks. Banks are predatory, let's be real. I didn't get them until I was 30. Yeah, I mean, who would? I was taught my parents don't go into debt. Like, my parents were like, obviously, I got student debt, but beyond that, my mom was like, don't ever sign up for credit cards. You'll just fuck yourself. Don't sign up for anything like that. So I didn't do anything until my late 20s when I had to. Yeah, banks don't want to lend you money unless you don't need it, which is so fucked up. Same thing happened to me. I went to buy my first car, walked in with $5K for a down payment, and could not buy a car because I had no credit history. Same. I had almost cash for my first car, and I couldn't buy it because of no credit history. Like, almost full cash for my first car. And they were like, you don't have a credit history. I'm sorry, we can't deal with you. Like, what the? I'm literally holding, like, over 10 grand. The fuck? It was insane. You know, our country's pretty fucked, but at least we're not getting shelled. Is a low bar. It really is. I got my first debit card when I was 13. I got my first debit card when I was like 13 too, but I don't think debit cards build credit at all. I think debit cards are just cash. This is why schools need to teach personal finance. My dad taught me most of what I know, and I made sure I got credit card in my name as soon as I had my first job and paid off every month. Yeah, we aren't taught shit. Like, I still don't know if I do my taxes right. I just pray. Credit card debt kills people. It's got a death count. It really does. And the minute you receive a credit, like a home mortgage, your credit score goes up and skyrockets. Yep, until you miss one payment or you're one day late on a payment and then you get fucked. The fact that we're given zero real life skills in school is alarming. I don't remember, like, when I think back on school, all I think is just existential, like, anxiety. From the moment I got on the bus in the morning until I got off the bus at the end of the day, I was just in a state of panic survival. And then the moment I got off the bus, it was like I could breathe. That's all I remember. It's so weird. Like, I know school's supposed to set you up or some shit, but like, panic. Just anxiety all day. Oh my God, kills. Oh, we have another video. Oh my God, you just reminded me. There's another new video today I wanted to watch with you guys. Well, it's not new today. It's a new Ren video that's supposed to be really fucking cool. Let me get this one from Kills, though. Is this a new song, Kills? I didn't even know they had a new song coming out. Bless you. Also, good morning. I can't get anything new for 3 years so that my average credit age is good enough for a home loan. Oh my God, yeah. That shit's also fucked up. The finance person asked me if I had been incarcerated. Shut the fuck up because you were 37 with no credit. No, you're just smart. What the fuck? Oh my God. I've walked for 30 minutes. I got fiber internet. Oh, fuck yes. We're getting fiber soon, and I'm so excited. And then I spent about 5 hours pulling my desk setup apart, cleaned out my PC, and then cable managed the shit out of everything. Hell yes. Dude, that's accomplishment. Fuck yeah. The US is like a masterclass in the limbo. I'm too tall for that. Lucky you, Timon. I really fucked up thing. If you pay off your mortgage, your credit score tanks because you don't have a huge debt. Yep, every time I've gotten a car, I've had like 3 cars in my life. The moment I pay it off, my credit score drops like 100 points. Every time. And I'm like, why? I know why, but it's infuriating regardless. Hold on, I gotta move shit around. My monitors are really far away from me today. It's very bizarre. I love Electric Callboy so much. Hold on, I want to pull up that Ren video. Ren's incredible. I know, everybody loves Ren. Like, he's the new hot thing on the scene these days. I was late on the Ren train, I guess. Stop auto-playing. I fucking hate you! I know, someone in chat's gonna be like, you can stop auto-playing your browser. I do it every day and it restarts, trust me. I hate you! It did it again. I don't understand why I'm haunted by autoplay. What is the new Ren song? I don't even know. What it's called. Oh, found it. Suicide? Okay. Well, that's a cheery song title. I just accidentally turned my monitor off trying to move it. Please excuse me. I have them pushed way the fuck away because I'm still painting my desk. Oh my God, it did it again. Can we not today, please? Fucking dicks! That's why I want my credit pulled to buy a house right before my oldest car loan gets paid off. That's actually really smart. Emergencies, 15K for AC furnace. Oh, 12K for plumbing shit. It's a scam. Yep. Yes, it is. Trigger warning. I mean, it doesn't show someone like offing themselves, right? Because I can't show that on stream, actually. Like, has anyone seen it? It does show someone offing themselves. We straight up can't watch it then. Really? That is... No one... Okay, it does not. Okay, I thought you said yes, like it does. I was like, okay, I can't. Sorry. We're good then. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Ugh. Sorry, I had to move it closer. I literally couldn't see my monitor. Come here, you motherfucker. Ugh. Okay, I can see it now. I think he had to call it suicide so it wouldn't get screwed. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, the title, I could probably... I mean, I know I have blonde wigs. I could... Or black wigs, excuse me. I could cut one. But you never see his face. That's the part that bugs me. He's so startled, though. He, she, I don't know. It doesn't have a dick. But, like... Is that a face of... I consent to this? I don't think so. I think that's a horse that was being touched inappropriately, in my opinion. Hey, 1980s, here's your video back. Oh my god, time in. I got another one that's very 80s-esque because we need to take a break. I didn't realize we've been live for a bit. We should get up and stretch our dicks, clits, and non-binary bits and get a beverage or something. Is there a story about the horse? Oh my god, have you seen Letterkenny? If you haven't seen the show Letterkenny, it's a far-stretched story. Too long didn't read version. In the show, the two main characters, allegedly, every year throw a birthday for one of the other main characters, Derry, and they call it the super soft birthday. And they're grown people, like, in their 30s. Like, they're grown adults who own farms and shit like that. That's what the show's about. It's just, like, them living their life, lots of dialogue. But they throw him a birthday party every year that involves a cupcake decorating station and a pony with a unicorn and pony rides or some shit like that. And, like, pin the tail on the donkey, and like just the most childish games ever. And they do it every year, and he fucking hates it. He's like, they wear party hats, you know, they stick one on him, and he's just sitting there like with a cupcake begging. He begs them not to do it every year, and it's hilarious. The super soft birthday. So literally like two and a half years ago now, 3 years ago, I got this horse and I got cupcake shit, and I was like, for Zach's birthday, I'm gonna go in on his stream and I'm gonna throw him a super soft birthday. But for the past 3 years, he has randomly decided on the morning of his birthday, which is his right, not to stream. So I kept hoarding it, and he did it again this year. So I was like, fuck that. I just waited a week from his birthday and just went in and did it anyways. But I now have a life-size cutout of a horse, and it's actually like pretty nice quality. Like, it's got a stand, and it's self-standing. It just chills. I just don't I don't know what to do with it. I think this is now my Christmas tree. I think it's just permanent. Yeah, it was just the most convoluted, twisted birthday surprise thing ever. But we made cupcakes on stream and they were really fucking tasty. But that's it. That's the story. It is convoluted. It's so, and the fact that we had this in a box in our spare bedroom for like 3 years. And once every couple of months, Zach would he'd go in there to get something and he'd be like, what is in this box? Why is this here? And I would scream, don't fucking touch the box! And he'd be like, okay. And he wouldn't. And he didn't leave me or kick me out. There could have been a body in there. He didn't have any fucking idea. Did we name the horse? I think we did. Cupcake. Didn't we just name it Cupcake? I want to say we just named it Cupcake because of the cupcakes, because of the birthday. I think we just named it Cupcake. It wasn't very original. Thank you, Mag. I mean, honestly, my house is literally smaller than my old apartment, so there's not really anywhere else for it to go. So it was kind of an accident, and like a week afterwards, every once in a while, someone would come in that hadn't been here in a bit, and they'd be like, oh my god, Katie, what's up with the horse behind you? And before I even saw this chat, all of the community would respond, what horse? So, like, now it's now it's just what horse? Which makes it so much deeper and more fucked up. Like, I hope people don't get sad about it, but it's funny to me. And we need our little giggles, you know what I'm saying? I made diabetes in cupcake form. I really did. That frosting was fucking sick. That was death. We did not name it Jim. Nope. I think we just named it. Jim's a deer, technically. Jim's on my leg. So now you're all in on it. Don't fuck it up. What horse? I'm gonna have to find I don't want to chop its legs off, but I will have to find a way to show its head if I want to put a wig on it. Maybe I could get a beard. I bet we have like a Santa beard or something I could string on its chin right there. We have everything. I have a fucking gimp outfit. Let's be real. I could put anything on this thing. We'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll grab some stuff one day and we can go over it as a group. It'll be super cool. Okay. Break. That's what we were doing. Break time real quick. Every couple of hours we take a break and we stretch our dicks, clits, and non-binary bits. I encourage you to. Raising your arms over your head for 30 seconds gives you more blood flow to your brain than a cup of coffee or eating an apple in the morning. So maybe try it out. Yeah. Good plans. I'll be back in a few minutes. I have to pee really bad. I'm just not thinking straight. What horse? Up the time on the Xbox thing and he woke up early for no reason. So I was expressing my lament for him. Because that sucks. He did set his alarm early. I heard him get up kind of early this morning. Boo hiss. Boo hiss on that. Ooh, I love my work meetings. We go in meeting. Well, you fucking get like high as fucking eat food, don't you? Yeah. Those would be the choice meetings. Like we got stale donuts and a tired doctor. Robo, how are you, honeybean? Oh, cheers. Cheers, boo. Ooh, I just picked up some fresh orange tree. Does it smell like orange? That strain I got ages ago, Viata got an orange strain, told me it was really good, so I went and found the same strain and tried it. It smelled like oranges. I swear, dude. It smelled so good. Cheers. Touche on that. I hate being late. Mafia funeral? Dude, that's a dope name. I told you the name of mine, didn't I? Ghost of Stephen's Past. Where the sin fuck that came from, we will never know. I have no idea. Like, Ghost, who the fuck is Steven? Dope name, dope. I like weed names if they're not just made up words. I don't like the ones that are made up words because inevitably someone will ask me what I'm smoking and then I have to spell it out for you. That's such a pain in the dick for me. Like, at least just use words that people can in general figure out. We always got a tired doc because, like, you know, it was usually a surgeon or something. And so they'd come in and give us a meeting after doing 12 hours of surgeries. So they were like, oh, yeah, we do lung transplant. It was so dull. Just a reminder, you're all beautiful rainbows, damn it, because I said so. You know, Timon, I agree, but I watched Double Rainbow the other day, and I forgot how fucking genuine that video is. Like, the original, you know, the guy filming a rainbow, and then a second rainbow starts to form, and he literally just starts crying. What a genuine human being, man. That shit gives me happy feelings. Probably, I hope so. I wish they told me the story of the naming. I would totally, like, I would dig some stories on my weed packaging about why the fuck it's called Ghost of Stephen's Past. Jealousy, is it a strain? Oh, I think I've had jet lag before and it's really good. That sounds, what is it, Steven or, I think it was with a V. It wasn't Steven. It was Steven. Yeah. I want to create a Robo strain of weed, talk about its awesome branding. Dude, Robo strain would be sick. I don't think I've ever seen a strain that has like Robo in it at all. Which is weird. You'd think they'd make something like robot, beep, beep, something. 9 times out of 10, the reason I buy new weed is because the name is ridiculous. Same. Yep. Hard same. Yeah. Thunderfuck. I've gotten Thunderfuck before. I got one. It was fuck. It had fuck in it, but it was spelt out in special characters because, you know, bad words or whatever. But it was it was something fuck, and it was like gack fuck or something. I don't even know. The names are just bizarre. He is precious, right? Dude. Double Rainbow is just like happy fucking feelings. And if you guys didn't know, that was genuine. Like he's done interviews where people were like, were you faking it for this video? Like, it was before the times of Vine and shit like that, where people were doing things to go viral or doing things for views. It's just such a genuine moment for a person. I'm not a robot. What? Androids? Who? No, you don't see it. It's fine. They may be trying to avoid connections with robo tripping. What is that? I have a dream. I'd love to see a classy strain. I've never seen a classy strain. I've seen classic weed, but never classy. We got something called unicorn piss. Piss. They automatically put a 1/8 side for me. That's fucking amazing. Good coworkers. Oh my god, Katie bot, can you imagine? Or classy bot. Like a classy robot. Shut up. Someone do it. Who grows weed? I'm growing weed right now, and I don't know what strains they are. I'll name them. I'm growing classy bot. What's up? As long as they're not males. Bastards. I need to start looking closer at them, though. I think we're getting to the stage where I might be able to tell if they're boys. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Cinemus. It was stinky, but so good. Good. You know, I've been nervous about some stinky weed for quite a bit. Just because I've had 1 or 2 strains that quite literally smell almost too bad to smoke. I don't know what it is. And then once I smoke them, like, it just, the smell is bad. It's like mold or something. I don't know. It's so bad. Like, I'm all about me some stinky weed, but like a piss, like I've had a strain that literally smelled like cat piss. And I don't have any cats, so I am not accustomed to that smell. And every time I walked back in a room, I was like, oh, that smells like a cat pissed in here. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I was clearing out links so I can open these ones. A new Death Clock song? Oh, in a movie trailer. Shut your fucking face. What? A unicorn extra feature. Exactly. With a little splash of piss. Hello, Donna. Oh, honey, go sleep. Don't forget to brush your teeth and wash your face and stuff. I forget that shit when I'm exhausted. Don't forget. It sucks when you wake up with makeup on. I don't like the pineapple strains. Like, the Pineapple Express smells like cat pee and I can't smoke it. You know, I got Pineapple Express bud and I didn't like it. Same. It smelled like literal piss and I was just not a fan at all. But then, I don't know why. Because I wouldn't have got Pineapple Express again. I must have got it for some special reason, but it was a vape. It was like a vape cartridge, and you know I'm not a big fan of vape cartridges. I only get them if I have to travel or if, like, I have to be out in public for an extended period of time, and I know I'm gonna be like, and it was great. It was the best cartridge I've ever had. It didn't have any taste or flavor or smell or anything like that, but it's the only cartridge that has ever done anything for me ever. But I agree with you on the weed part. It smelled bad. Just smoke what smells like as cat, or maybe don't. Yeah. I've got it. That's what I'm moving over. Is that the video? Is it the song? Or is the lyric video? Okay. And then the official trailer's right below it. Okay, I was just organizing them. And then robo-tripping. I wanted to read about this real quick. Robo-tripping is slang for getting high on dextromethorphan. Methorphan? Methorphan? Methorphan. I don't know what that is. An ingredient common in many cough. Oh, the slizzerp? Is that the perp? Taking too much DXM. Yeah, that's like the slizzerp shit, right?
Did you take your joy today?
As long as it's not slizzerp.
Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
There's a famous rapper that like mixed cough syrup with 7-Up and called it a drink. It might not be slizzerp. It was something and they rapped about it, but they were legitimately addicted. Like if they have any more in their entire life, they'll like die or something. Something like that. Do you guys remember that one? Was it Lil Wayne? Is that the same thing? Slizzerp's codeine. Oh, okay. Whereas this is just in general. Well, DXM is dextromethorphan. Is that just in Robitussin? I've never had Robitussin in my life, actually. Cooking with soda seems ridiculous. He has holes in his heart? Holy shit. No pun intended. Oh my god. Whoa. That, I'm gonna have to go look into that because I'm very, very curious what the fuck happened there. Being high on DXM is known as robotripping. I didn't know this. A robotrip can cause a host of physical and psychological effects. Where the fuck did hysterical come from, Katie? Including, I can read, including muscle twitches, dizziness, and hallucinations. These symptoms can be life-threatening and require immediate medical attention. Wow. What the fuck? That's so scary. Who died from Robitussin? Like overdose, like just becoming addicted and drinking it or something, or just like one time? Damn. What? I had no idea. That's one perk, I guess, of having a medical professional for a mom is we didn't have fuck shit like that around the house, probably because she knew about these things. Fuck, dude, that's yucky. Yeah, that's really sad. I'm so sorry. That is so sad. Ugh, me neither. I can't imagine consuming cough syrup for funsies. I'm sorry my camera's shaking. That stand I was talking about yesterday is behind me because I was repainting again because my desk is fucked. Um, I don't have anything like holding it still, so it's just on this arm, and when I lean on my desk, it shakes. I apologize if my camera's like, I'm trying not to. It's really annoying. Yeah, cough syrup is fucking like there are certain candies and foods in the world that I won't consume because they taste like cough syrup, let alone just drinking cough syrup. Damn. Yeah, you're I mean, yeah. Yeah. They do have like a lot of crack strains though. You know, like green crack, etc. They got a lot of crack strains out there. Chronicle, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're not in that place anymore. Illyria, so no shit. So the day it all happened, like this, I think it must have like stained my nose, the smell, because I was all up in it, you know, like bleaching my desk and I was on the ground making sure it didn't drip on the carpet and shit. So I actually had Zach come out around like noon when he finally crawled out of bed on Monday or Sunday. And I was like, I don't know if it still stinks. Will you just go stand in my little office corner for a second? And so I went outside and he came and stood in here and said he doesn't smell anything. But I literally like bleach cleaner cleaned my desk, and then I used like Clorox wipes on it and an invisible eraser, and then I sanded it down and used like a heat gun to dry the fuck out of the wood as much as I could. Because everybody on Twitter was telling me that the like particle board will swell on the inside even if you seal it and try to dry it, or like if you try to air dry it, it will swell and eventually literally like start to bow and cave in from the weight of things on the desk. And so I dried the fuck out of it. And literally, so why it's like torn up right now is every day I've been putting another coat of this like enamel paint sealer on it just to make it waterproof. So literally, if I spill something on it right now, it just bubbles up. There's nowhere for it to go. It's not a water-based paint or anything. Well, it's water-based enamel. But when you leave it overnight, it becomes like an enamel coating. And I'm just doing like a coat of that until I run out of this paint. Seriously. Just trying to protect the desk as much as possible and seal it because I'm guaranteed gonna fucking like spill on it. At least a little coffee or something someday. I don't want that shit to happen. So all my stuff that's normally on my desk is there. That's like my Go XLR stand, and that's my little Streamlabs stand. So that's just sitting on my desk. And my monitors, they're on nice arms, but they're not. I don't know if I just touch my desk, they shake. They're like nice, but I've never had an arm for a monitor that doesn't shake. If you fucking touch your desk, it sucks. Oh, Robo Blake, it was so bad. Oh my god. Yes, bong water, but like in the weirdest way. So on Sunday, I come out in the morning after taking a shower and shit. And I come out here and my whole desk, which is literally just like a little table from IKEA, was covered in water. Like the whole thing was soaked. And I have a desk pad, like a desk mat, that I keep my keyboards and mice on and shit because I have two of each because dual PC system is just easier. And I think because of that, that's what caused the water to spread across the entire desk. Because literally what had happened was that little blue beaker bong that I was using, it had somehow, fucking God knows, it had formed like this little tiny hairline fracture around the base, right where the glass like curves. So I couldn't see it at all. And it just sat there and like dripped all night long for like 12 hours onto my desk mat. And then it just spread all over my desk. So when I came out in the morning, I just see my desk totally wet. But because it was such a tiny crack, like my bong still had water in it. It was just sitting there. So it was not my instinct. I quite literally, my first thought was like, did one of my snakes get out and did it have explosive shit all over my desk? Like, what? Is there a leak in the roof? Until I got close enough to smell it. And what's crazy to me is you all know I clean my bong every fucking day because I smoke all day with you guys. And I just think, why smoke nice quality weed through a nasty bong? Fucking nasty. So I clean it every day. And the fact that one stream of smoking created water that smelled, I mean, it was like burnt hair and the hottest, weirdest, most violent diarrhea you've ever had on fire. The smell, and I don't know if it was like worse than normal bong water because I think it just sat there and like soaked, like, just sat in the desk pad as well. I don't fucking know. It was so bad. So fucking bad. But it literally destroyed my mice and my keyboard and everything. My controller's dead. The only reason my Go XLR and my Streamlabs thingy were okay is because they sit on that thing, which I made. It's like a little stand for stuff to be lifted off because I have so much. I just like to kind of stack it in one area so I have open desk space. It's the only reason that was saved. It was fucked. Fucked. Thank fuck. Zach, quite literally. So like a day later, he just randomly remembers that he had a brand new Corsair keyboard sitting under our bed. Unused, like untouched. It was like dusty. That was it. He was like, I don't know why we have this or why I bought this, but here. So I had that, and then Zoe threw $50 at me to get another keyboard, and I ordered one overnight from Amazon. And I'm using a Bluetooth mouse, which is why I keep saying wrong mouse. I have to flip a button on the side to Bluetooth it between the two PCs, but at least it works. Like, we're here. But I'm just like, there's one part of the desk where it's sanded down and the wood was so wet that like it sanded off the top layer of basically the wood. And so I have it taped off right now, and I'm like slowly building it up with this enamel shit. I'm rebuilding this desk. It's really fun, but it's cheaper than buying a new one because it's free. Rip bong. I know, and I don't even know what happened. I'm thinking it must have just, I mean, it was an older bong, and it must have just been like, it must have like cold hot, or I have a fucking desk mat, so it's not like I can't even set them down hard. I set them down on a foam desk mat, so I don't even know. No clue how it happened. Nothing was wrong during stream. No idea. It was just a fucking fateful incident. It was terrible. The smell was so bad. It was like burnt hair, violent diarrhea on fire, and like when a belt goes out in your vacuum. So bad. Me too. Hurts. That's what I said. And the only thing that's giving me like a peace of mind in not replacing the desk and not thinking it's going to swell and destroy itself is that it's literally like less than a half a cup of water that goes in these tiny little bubblers. So even though it had slowly like just drifted and spread out over across the entire desk, which again I think was because of the fucking desk pad, it wasn't enough. It's not enough water, period, end of story, to soak through the wood and like destroy the desk. It'd have to be so much more water than that. So that's why I'm, I dried the fuck out of it and resealed it and shit. Yeah, I know. It was, I mean, it's hard to give it an example because this one has like a stand, but imagine if the egg just sat, it was right along that bottom curvature. So I'm thinking like maybe while I was cleaning it in the sink, like maybe there was an altercation between hot and warm water. I have no idea. I do clean them every day, which probably adds to the wear and tear of a bong. I have no idea. Probably just that adds to the wear and tear of anything. But I don't know, man. It was just fucking fucked. It was fucking fucked. It stunk so bad. I rinsed my bong out really well last night, smoked a couple times, and went to bed. This morning, that water smelled so bad. It's amazing how bad it fucking smells. Like, imagine if potheads smelled like bong water. How can weed smell so delightful, yet bong water smell like doom? I mean, it's similar with cigarettes. Like, there are some cigarettes, if someone's smoking around me, where it smells good. Like, you're like, I remember that. But if you've ever smelt a wet ashtray, that is shit of nightmares. I don't know, man. There's something about the other end of the things we smoke that, like, it's a bad deal. No clue. Fucking disgusting, though. I love a DIY project, honestly. If it wasn't, like, my workspace, I love a DIY project. Like, seriously, I'm constantly fixing up our house. Like, our house has been settling in the heat and the cold, and so there's, like, cracks along the edges of the ceiling and stuff where shit has cracked, as houses do when they settle. And every time I find a new one, I'm like, oh, do I have spackle? Do I have time? Stream start. Okay, so after stream, I get a little boner about it. Same, but it's because it's like my functional area, and every time I touch my desk, it rattles that shit. That drives me crazy. I legit get grossed out when it splashes on my hand. Oh, I literally, Viata, same. I got like one of these little like travel, spray bottles from like, it's like $1 at Walgreens or whatever. And I put rubbing alcohol in it. And if like, when you take your bowl out, sometimes that base part will be a little wet and it gets on your hand. Absolutely not. It's so bad. Have you ever done that and not realized it and then done that? There is no hell. Such as that. That moment of, no, I'm just kidding. Don't spray alcohol on your face. Yep, same. I have to. Vissy gave me that idea because it was just like, it's the foulest. It's so fucking bad. You did not want to put that smell on your throat? No, I do not. I have no idea how a person with your great karma has so much crap happen to them on a regular basis. I am walking chaos. I know it has to be something to do with me. I have no idea. I think a lot of people experience a lot of chaotic shit, but they have like the facilities and or disposable income to like fix it and replace it really, really fast and not really have to bitch about it. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't do anything. I think my chaos is upped like at least 1 point because the dogs are literally under my feet 24/7. So whatever I walk past, it's similar to like 4 toddlers running after it at the same time. I don't know. I think they like add to it in some way because they are literally like 1, 2, 24/7. They never, ever, ever leave my side. They cannot stand it if I close the door to take a piss. I think that has something to do with it. I have no idea. I don't know because I don't know if I have good karma or bad karma, but man, it doesn't feel great. Oh, Frostpunk's dope. Just imagining this coming up as an emergency. Bong water soakage, smell unbearable, people living out in the cold, dying. Every time I boil my silicone pipe bodies, I have to seal the room off from the rest of the house and open windows. Oh yeah, I can't even fathom, dude. Yep, that's the smell. It's so bad and it's permeating. Like normally, if bong water splashes on something, I would say most of us regular stoners would fucking burn it and throw it away. Like you don't even try. If it's a disposable, like a pillowcase or a pillow, you're like, I can get another pillow. Like you don't even try because it doesn't come out. But I can't buy another fucking desk. I like the smell of pipe smoke too. I love the smell of like a tobacco, like a, what do they call it? Like a cigar room. Not where people are smoking them, but like in a liquor store, they'll sometimes have like one of those humidor rooms where the humidity is controlled and it's all full of cigars. I like that smell too. I never iced the bong. I couldn't. The neck is so on most the bubbler. Actually, every bubbler I have, the neck is like this. Like literally, it's as thick as my finger. I have no ice that's gonna get through that. Nah, dude. It's very bizarre. Oh yeah. Harsh, sad. I know. Doesn't see when Zach gets on stream, that's when people realize I'm not as pale as my stream makes me look. But when I'm by myself, I look hella pale until you get a real pale ass on here. I'm quite jaundiced. Smoked tobacco, exactly. Yeah, moist, like the moist, fresh tobacco rolled in a cigar smells great. As an avid cigar smoker, the smell of a humidor room is my favorite. It smells so great, and I'm not an avid cigar smoker. I don't know what it is. It's almost like like I really like kind of I guess what is marketed as like masculine scents and masculine candles, and they oftentimes have like tobacco and bergamot, and that is my favorite combination of smells. Tobacco and bergamot go so fucking well together, and bergamot's like some weird citrus. I don't know. that hand? The thief. I got no sense of smell, or I would have noticed the dead something in the spot where the flowers should be. But oh god. Oh, icky. Oh, mergs. My sense of smell is really strong, I guess. Zach has told me I smell things that I shouldn't be able to smell. When I was a kid, I remember I would be like driving down the road on my way home from work. And if I passed like a decaying deer on the side of the road, which is a frequent thing in the middle of nowhere, that's not weird. I would smell it come through like my AC and I'd be like, oh my God. But I'm like going 50 miles an hour down this highway. It's incredible that I could smell it for that split second. It's fucking gnarly though. And to this day, I've tried to use, like when I'm explaining a smell to someone, I'll be like, you know that smell when you like pass a dead carcass on the road and people are like, no. And then I have to remember, not everyone grew up in the fucking sticks. Yeah, controller gone. It's not my control. My controller's dead. Although, you know what I learned in borrowing Zach's controller? The other day when my shit was going wrong, I didn't have a keyboard or a mouse, so I was literally controlling my PCs with the controller. So I asked him if I could borrow a controller, and he hands me that one, and he's like, "Now that's my everyday controller." And I was like, "Where's the one I made you?" To which he gets a big shit-eating grin on his face and goes, "I broke it." So I learned that fun piece of information. It's like bougie orange, but do people eat it? It's like this. It's like green. I looked it up one time because I love that smell and I wanted to know what the fuck it was. Hi, Genova Love. How are you? I definitely exceeded the speed limit when I drive by the sewage plant on my. Oh my god, yeah, dude. In my like hometown, that tiny ass town in the middle of fuck nowhere in Washington, where I grew up. I moved so much; it's really hard to say where I grew up, but where I graduated high school. Literally on your way into town from the middle of nowhere, where most people lived, you had to pass the water treatment plant of the town, and like the pool. You know, like the pools that are around every water treatment plant that are floating with like ducks and poop. You had to pass those going into town. They smelled so fucking bad on a hot day. Holy shit. It was like, welcome to Kettle Falls. Shit smell. Cheers, Lethal. How are you, love? Do I need to pack? No, I have a hit. I feel less scared about the spawn because it's got this nice base. And I put that on so I'll know if it's leaking. Chronicle, I didn't expect anything, but I thought maybe he'd put more effort into not breaking it because I made it. Which he did. I mean, arguably, this controller I think lasted longer than any other controller he's had. Like, he didn't break it by hitting it on anything. He broke it by overuse. Which, honestly, that's fine. Like, yeah, it made it a fuck long time. So it did do that. Cheers. Oh, it turns yellow. Do people eat it? Oh, a canned food plant and processing facility. Oh my god, Chronicle in my hometown, Kettle Falls, Shitty Falls. I like that. We used to call it the K-Fed. Because it was ghetto. Hi, Beth. How are you, my love? We had something. We didn't have a canned food. I've actually never smelt a can factory. But we had Boise Lumber was like on the river right at the edge of Kettle Falls. And it had a pulp mill. Have you ever smelt a pulp mill? Is it similar? Because that smell is so bad. Again, on your way into town, it's like, ooh, pulp mill and shit. Yummy. The smell, I can't even explain it. It's like rot. It was fucking gnarly though. But then in contrast, really weirdly, where I lived, thank you for that, Kelty, bitch. I just saw that. Kelty! It was the music took over my brain. This music's so weird. Thank you so much, Reese. I'm the class keeping classy alive and giving an anus swings both to you and Missy. Give Missy love for me. This precious pooch. When I lived in Cockeysville, Maryland. Yeah, Cockeysville. It's a place. That's where McCormick is based. If you've ever had McCormick spices in your cupboard, you know it. It's like McCormick. It's like a renowned brand of spices. Their factory is based in Cockeysville, Maryland. Right outside of Baltimore. It's very bizarre. And in the morning, when I was coming home from work at like 7 o'clock in the morning, you could smell whatever they were making that day. So it would be like pumpkin spice or cinnamon sugar, or the whole town would be permeated. The air would be permeated with cinnamon sugar or Old Bay or taco spice. Like, it was so bizarre, but it was never bad. It wasn't like, it was almost like you could taste it. It was kind of wonderful. It was way better than Pulp Mill. A Heart Brewery? It smelled like stale peanuts. Fucking gross. A brewery did? Ew. Clearing out all the fattening food from the freezer, which honestly sounds better than I just ate a whole tub of ice cream. That does sound a lot friendlier. A tannery? Not that I'm aware of. No, the Tacoma aroma is partially a pulp mill, yes, but that's on the other side of the state. Yeah, the Tacoma aroma is real bad. So Washington, let me think of in relation to streams. So here is Seattle in terms of like Washington, if you just think of it as a square with a wiener on top. Seattle's on this side, Spokane's over here. They're like 5 hours. That's how big the state is. It's pretty fucking large. So Seattle's right here. South Seattle in the ghetto. Basically anything south of Seattle, and it starts with like Tacoma and oh my god, I just forgot the name of the town that I used to go to a lot. Wow, brain. Anyways, where it is, Tacoma has a huge lumber mill that creates pulp mill, and that's the smell. But also, it tends to be like kind of a meth capital. Like, there's an insane amount of meth lab busts in Tacoma. Like, no shit. One of my very good friends, Rhiannon, I am a redhead. She comes stream all the time. Like, literally, she was one of my first followers ever on Twitch. She lived in Tacoma for a while, and casually, like, 3 of the houses on her street were meth labs in just the course of 5 years of her living there. And so there's kind of like this joke about the Tacoma aroma. The moment you get to South Seattle, your car just fills up with like this pulp mill / maybe drugs smell. And it doesn't go away until you're out. It's fucking gnarly. It's so weird. I don't know what it is. But so Seattle, Spokane's here. They're 5 hours apart. Katie grew up 2 hours north of Spokane, like right on the Canadian border. Like, I was closer to Idaho and Canada than anything on this side at all. Like, I could skip and hop to these places. Like, for my 18th birthday, we went to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, because it's beautiful. A lot of skinheads, though. Not a fun time. And tons of lumber mills. Like, there's a lumber mill every 10 miles because we were right on this huge fucking river called the Columbia River, which spans like multiple states and then goes to the ocean eventually. And that's what we lived on. And these lumber mills use the river to transport lumber. So all along this, I mean, the river is huge. It's miles wide, miles deep. It's enormous. All along it is a ton of lumber mills. And they go all the way to Seattle and Tacoma. Literally. But they start like in Idaho, and they just dump the lumber into the water, and it uses the rivers to move them. It's dangerous. It's like really interesting to see, but like when you see lumber coming down the river, you don't want to get in the river because you can get stuck under it and die. A lot of kids do. It's really fucked up. Or people riding jet skis won't see the lumber coming down, and they'll hit it with their jet ski and just put skis. It's fucking wild. It was a pulp mill. It's fucking gnarly. I don't even know how to explain the smell, though. It's gross. Sulfur? Wait, why would you make sulfur? Stop it. Is that just farts? Of canned dog food? Did we all grow up somewhere fucking nasty? I feel like we had really similar childhoods. Because no shit, my middle school's nickname was Cow Pie High. Because it was right next to a fucking cow farm, and it smelled like cow shit 24/7. Like, we would come home from school smelling like cow shit. Wait, look it up. What am I looking up? Them casual meth labs. I'm so sorry if you have them. I mean, they're everywhere, right? I think I've read this before, Genova. Correct me if I'm wrong. I read this ages ago, like literally when I was in college. But I read that the West Coast has such a prevalent, like the western side of our country has such a prevalent meth problem because meth was invented in Japan, and Japan introduced it because they're closer to, introduced it to the west side of America first as an experiment to see how meth like turned out, how it like, did people like it? And that's why it's super bad. Because when I lived on the East Coast, I think I had maybe a handful of patients that had meth. No shit. And the rest is heroin across the board. Heroin or like opiate pills, stuff like that. Across the board. Do you like it there, Toyota? Because I've heard it's not a bad place. Like, it's not a bad city. I've never spent time there. You know this. I'm sure everybody that lives in the greater Seattle knows this, but your family's either North Seattle or South Seattle. My family was North Seattle. It's not like a rivalry. It's just like if your family's from I can't remember the name of the fucking town in South Seattle that my ex was from. I used to go there literally weekly, and I'm just blanking on it. But if you're from South Seattle, you tend to stay, like your family tends to stay in South Seattle, and you have a bad opinion of North Seattle. And if you're in North Seattle, you tend to stay in North Seattle, and you have a bad opinion, but not of the people, just of like, oh, the living there seems like it's terrible, or the housing's really expensive, or whatever. But none of it's true. It's the exact same. It's just, do you want to smell rotten fish, North Seattle, or do you want to smell pulp mill, South Seattle? And wherever you live, you get used to that smell, and you make fun of the other one. Am I wrong? I'm sure we smelled like rotten fish. Sulphur, Louisiana. Shut up. It's real. Wow. I mean, I know what sulfur is, but I didn't know you had to make it. Like a factory makes it. That's very interesting. Wilson High School? Oh my God. I feel like Federal Way. Yes. How did that come? How did you know? It was Federal Way. Yeah. No shit. The first time my college boyfriend took me to go meet his mother in Federal Way, the newspaper on her front porch, the head of the newspaper was like, dead baby found on porch of church. And I was like, oh, Federal Way seems fine. That was my first impression. Like, what a wild place. Native. You're hardcore, dude. That's a scary place. I wouldn't walk down the roads in the middle of the night. It is a natural mineral. That's why I'm curious why. I mean, what is it used for? I don't know. We did not study sulfur. Oh no shit, you'd walk outside and everything would smell like caramel or vanilla, which was great. But then you went back in and the bar smelled like bar. And that was when you worked door to door at a bar that was down the road from a candle factory. Oh man, that probably smelled nice. Fuck. But did you ever get sick of it? Old Canadian loggers? Wait, are they gonna get hurt? I grew up with loggers, man. They're hardcore people, but they literally retire at 45 because they break themselves. Dude, there are a lot of Washingtonians here. I mean, they probably sense it, right? Like, if I ever casually bring up Puyallup, they're probably like, oh no, she's real. That's my whole family is in Washington. Like, they were mail order brided there. Except my dad. My dad's side's New York. New York and Washington. That's the two sides. No shit. My sister and her father lived in Federal Way before moving up to Puyallup. Federal Way looks, I mean, honestly, like I wouldn't go through Federal Way and think like, ooh, what a ghetto. It's very nice. Like it just people like I don't know where these stereotypes persist. I don't know where they've come from. But I literally my whole life, like South Seattle's gross. We don't go South Seattle. Why? Like it's everywhere. The ghetto is everywhere. It's a city. It's fucking everywhere. Everything's gross. My sister and her father lived in Federal Way. Why did they move to Puyallup? Almost all elemental sulfur is produced as a byproduct of removing sulfur-containing contaminants from natural gas and petroleum. Oh. I mean, that makes sense. So it's probably that factory was doing that fucking smelled like a dick. A rotten one. Squim. How many people can say those right? Those are like, I think those are fun words. I love I mean, the ones, what's funny though, is those ones at this point have kind of gotten popular, so some people can guess them. But the ones that you and I don't even think twice about. I literally just listened to a true crime podcast last night that was posted 3 days ago by one of the girls I listen to often. And she was talking about a story that had to do with the West Coast. And she said Spokane, Washington. And I was like, I forgot no one can fucking say Spokane. You just, like, that one is so commonsensical to you and I, we don't even fucking think about it. And then someone's out there in the wild goes, Spokane. And you're like, sorry, what? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? Where are you from? Those ones. But that's where I grew up, so I don't even think about those ones. Those ones were like, literally, no shit. Another true crime podcaster that I listen to, she's British. She did a true crime story on Eastern Washington, which was very, very creepy, very, very close to home. She talked about so many places I knew very, very well. And she said Colville, Washington. And I I commented on the video because I choked on my own tongue because it's Colville. But if you ain't from the area, everyone says Colville. Colville. Colville, everybody. But it's things that I wouldn't think about. Whereas Puyallup, Squim, name them. I don't know. There's a lot on the west side that people are like, pineapple up. Hippopotamus, you give him all the easy ones. Ottawa? I say Ottawa, but I think that's just a slur of my consonants. I want to play this Deathcock video. Deathcock? Yep. Words are hard. Please don't judge me. Oh, man. Tech brings a lot of people to Seattle. True. And you know what really it was really weird, actually. The year that I moved to Baltimore was the year that a ton of Twitch streamers who I knew personally all moved to Seattle at the same time. I was like, why are you all doing this now, you fuckheads? Like, I'd already taken a position at Johns Hopkins. I had I was gone. It was very bizarre, but for some reason, that's like a haven. People who have never experienced Forever Rain, like, fantasize about it on a kink level. And I just have to wait like 5 years, and then I'm going to ask them if they still kink about that rain. 3 of them have already given up and left because of said rain. I don't know what people are like, I love rain, until you really live the rain, and then you're like, oh, okay. Then I reserve the right to forever call it Spokane. Spokane. Wait, is that Spokane though? Would that be Spokane? We called it Spokompton. That was the slur for Spokane, because Spokane is actually the biggest city in Washington State. But Seattle gets all the credit for being the biggest city because it's got Space Needle and it's got all the tech and it's on the water and it's on the pretty side with all the rich people. But the capital is actually in Olympia on the peninsula, like on the other fucking side of like the Puget Sound. It's very bizarre. Spokane, however, it's just the biggest in terms of like, it's like the world's largest trailer park. It's just bleh, forever. Like you can drive for an hour and you're still not out of Spokane. It's crazy. It just goes forever. Spokompton was a common one. Because we're special, we are. They're all Native American names, and we just pronounce them correctly. Like, we pronounce them the way the natives pronounce them, and the way that everyone else is trying to pronounce them is the way white people would. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no judgment. I'm here to teach. It's cool. Tara, my love, how are you? Yakima? Do people pronounce Yakima wrong? I pronounce Colorado wrong, I've been told. Apparently it's wait, what is it? Colorado? I literally have to like, Colorado. I have no idea. I guess I say that wrong. That's how people here know I'm not from Colorado, is I say Colorado, and it's Colorado. To each their own. Mount Si's another good one. Honestly, Rainier. Rainier's one that, like, I forget that not everyone's from Washington State because I'm a fucking idiot. And I'll, like, be watching a movie, and I'll be like, oh my god, look, it's Ron Ye. And Zach's like, did you just have a stroke? And I'm like, oh. Okay. Hi, Theory. How are you, love? Lurk in work mode? Oh, man. I hope it's not terrible. I bought a gun at a toy hardware store in Spokane. Yeah, that makes sense. Are you tapped on weed whores? How did that happen? No, Theory. This is what it costs for me to live every month. And I was teaching myself how to actually make alerts on Stream Elements because they make it really convoluted and complicated. And like a year ago, Streamlabs outed themselves as being a piece of shit, so we had to transfer everything over to Stream Elements, and that was a pain in my literal chode. So I just haven't gone back to do anything new with it in literally a year, and so I've been toying with, new alerts and stuff, because that's fun. I like doing stuff like that. I was just really intimidated, and I figured this one out, and I was really proud of myself, so I left it. But no, I just figured, like, a lot of people ask why I don't put up donation goals and shit like that, and honestly, it's like, I couldn't figure it out. Stream Elements is weird. Every website that hosts, how to make alerts and stuff like that, or putting alerts on your channel, they all have to, for some reason, I don't know why, they want to feel special, and they make new words and new fun-fangled language for everything on their site because they can't be like each other. But I don't have time to learn that shit. Like, stop it. So, for instance, if you went to Streamlabs, you can literally just click a button that says, make an alert. Or make a goal on your channel. And then you would say, like, I want it to be a sub goal or a tip goal or a blop or whatever. On Stream Elements, you have to go to Streamer, and then you have to go to Streamer Tools, and then you have to go to Streamer Creation Tool, and then you have to go to Create an Overlay. And there's no extra information on this page. It just says create an overlay. I had to go like Google how to do this to figure out how to do it. Creating an overlay is literally how you make alerts on here, but it's so bizarre because basically every single alert is literally an entire screen overlay. So it takes up way more room than it necessarily should. And it's strange. It's strange. So it's taken me a while, but I finally think I fucking did it. Ugh, technology. Ah! Not my favorite. AKA Dizzle, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I've been a smidge better. How the fuck are you? Same Z's. I feel like I'm getting a cold. My throat itches and I have to go to sleep with a cough drop, which is super dangerous just to sleep at night, and that sucks. But I'm okay. I can't complain. I'm alive. It's Rado, not Rado, I guess. I don't know. Navigation programs have issues with a lot of the names too. Oh, I'm sure. I just say it wrong on purpose after people correct me. I mean, I'm all about, integrating, but I don't hang out with enough Coloradans to worry about it. Apparently, the knocking sound supposedly from the sub is near the surface. Wait. The sub? Wait. Has anyone heard about that sub of rich people? Oh my god, I totally forgot. I totally forgot. Did it not work? Oh, maybe I didn't figure it out. Well, wait. Maybe it'll take a second. I'll write it down, but let's watch Death Clock in the meantime, because I really do want to watch this. I do. I fucking love Death Clock so much. I watched the shit out of the show. I wanted to write that down. Oh well, I'll remember. I rehoused my Stripe knee last night, and she's such a fucking gorgeous, precious angel. She literally just tooted right from her old house into her new one. I just did that similarly with the two little furries. Well, I did it like a month ago, but the two little Nicaraguan curly hairs, the Bartleby and Loki. Same, I rehouse them, and I don't know why, but I get like almost an anxiety attack right before I rehouse a spider every single time, but I've never had an incident. I just get anxious, and they were both just like, just the slowest, and I just sat there with the paintbrush and like would tap their back footy, and they'd take another. They're just so docile, man. I just dig it when they're nice like that. It's so rare. Can I make this bigger when I press play, I hope? Yeah. Stop it. The volume's low. I know it is. Okay. It's not a video, so we're just listening. Just kidding. Okay, let's listen. And then there's a trailer. There's a trailer apparently for a new season. Or a movie? A movie? Right? Oh, I already really like it. I hiked to the top of Mount Rainier. Some of the tourists we were with kept saying Mount Renana. Like, seriously? I've never heard that before, ever. Renana? There are no words. I had a friend in college who was so obsessed with Rainier beer. That's Ronier is, I guess, what we called it. I don't know if anyone else did that. But when I was in college, we called Rainier beer Ronier because it sounds more fancy. It's like Joe Dirt and Joe Dirte, Ronier, that she would hide emergency cans of Ronier around her house. So, like, if we were just chilling, I'd go in the kitchen to find a fork and open a drawer, and there'd be, like, a warm can of Ronier in the drawer. Like, just a drawer in the kitchen. It was so weird. In her bathroom, she had one. Like, it's probably alcoholism, right? That was alcoholism. This song's great. I just realized the lyrics are on. Yeah. I could understand most of it, to be honest. Death Clock's not too bad, unless they get really fast. They're not too bad to understand, in my opinion. I love this. Like the temple. Aortic. I just. Maybe we should watch it. Should we watch it with the lyrics? Okay. Yeah. That's important. The immaculate shape that these human beings keep their bodies in to pull off these cosplays, like, is commendable. Not only do they create these incredible outfits, but half of them fucking have abs. How do you have the time in the day? Like, just fucking awesome. I'm all bow down. It's really, really cool. It's commendable. I don't want to do it, but more power to them. The professor designs at Death Clock. Wait. The professor designs at Death Clock, which predict when someone will die. Oh my god, I don't remember. See, I haven't seen all of Futurama. I actually have been meaning to rewatch or just watch it all because I know it's funny. I mean, absolutely. They've become models of their own accord, which I think is really cool. I bet if my job was to be sexy, I'd have abs. I don't think I could do that. I just don't care. And I'm like cold 90% of my life, so the thought of even showing my abs off just makes me think of shivering. I have a problem with my femoral nerve in my right leg, so double basing is just a wee out of reach. I think I just don't have any foot coordination whatsoever. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. Nope. I decided to pick up trying to make stamps. Trying to make like stamps or like postage stamps. Stamps. Is it fun? You know, I actually watched Elspeth make stamps one time, and she actually made her own. She bought like just plain wrapping paper for Christmas, made her own stamp, and then used that to stamp all over the wrapping paper, and it looked so fucking pretty. Hair in my eyeball. I thought that was a really cool idea. I've never been good at carving or like 3D manipulation art. I don't know what it is, like sculpture and shit like that. I don't have a good eye for it, I guess. I love Futurama, but it got steak after the second or third time it got canceled. It got stale. It was canceled that many times. I know, but it's break time. I'm well aware. I know. Give me a minute. We were gonna watch this trailer first. You can chill, my sweet, sweet boy. I did do 2 good deeds today. Bought my niece a mini aircon unit. Oh my god, that was really nice. Oh, donated money to my friend's school because they were raising money. That's fucking dope. I always try to donate to schools or like do school charities if I can. I think that's so important. Like, if anyone in the world deserves to have at least a little bit of a leg up, it's kids, for fuck's sake. And teachers. Like, not to mention, like, most of the time, I don't even think kids are aware of what the teachers are going through just to teach an adequate class. But you guys know, we've all heard the stories. We have teachers in our community that will speak to it. Like, the fact that teachers have to buy their own supplies for, children's supplies. Like, we're not talking calculators or, like, you know, band equipment. We're talking like color crayons and paper. That is fucked up. We do the same. My mom used to do that when we were kids. She would always, there was one like school charity that she would donate to, and I do it to this day. And then every Christmas, I don't know if she still does it, but I do it. We used to go to the mall, wherever we lived, we'd find a mall, and in the mall there would always be like a giant Christmas tree, and it would be covered in little paper ornaments that would have a child's name on them. And it was essentially this, it was like a program where if you were a low-income family and you couldn't afford to buy your children presents for whatever holiday you celebrate in the Christmas time, the winters, you could submit something and your kids would get an ornament on the tree, and then people just go take the ornaments, and then they would get a little list that would have like 4 or 5 items on it that your kid really wants. And my mom would always get like 4 or 5 items off the tree, and then my sister and I got to go around and shop for these kids, like pick the items out for them, what they wanted. My mom would buy it all, and we'd wrap it, and then you send it off to this organization, and they give it to the kids or whatever. And it was just like, it is the one thing I remember enjoying about Christmas as a kid. It was like the only thing. I was like, that was the one fucking thing I really looked forward to, because it made me feel like I was doing something for someone else, for once, like, I've never, even as a little kid, I never liked the spectacle of, like, being the kid surrounded by presents and, like, opening gifts in front of a camera, which is exactly what my mom did, and it drove me crazy. I loved the giving. Ren! Other Ren, my bitch. Thank you, Raiders. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. What up, homies? How are you? Thank you for that raid. How was your stream? I hope it was wonderful. It's another raid. Thank you for the raid, my love. Subscribe. Thank you for that subscription. 27 fucking months. God damn it. How has it been that long? That's 3 children.
Ew.
Thank you for some of the class. Keeping the class alive and giving it a swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the way and enjoy your emotes. I love you. And I appreciate you. I hope your stream was wonderful. Some shitty. So the current English PM of the UK donated £3 million to an American tech college, but at the same time, the schools in this constituency were raising money for supplies, and that's typical of the English government. It's kind of crazy how that works out. I remember when I worked for my college, David, I worked for, I think I've told you this before, I worked for like that call center for my university where we would literally cold call either alumni or parents of current students and just ask for money, which is insane to me. Like, it was horrible. It was so bad. But the person donating, they got to choose what department or what part of the school their money went to. And I always, like, I understand that, but at the same token, it, like, you know, the money would always go to, like, the biology department or the chemistry department or, like, you know, the science departments. And there were so many other departments and schools locally who literally, like, they couldn't afford pencils for their kids. The children in their class, like, they couldn't afford paper and stuff like that. And it just seemed weird. Like, there's so many people out there that need really bad. Like, really bad and deserve. I mean, if anyone deserves, like, children, for fuck's sake. My God. I don't even need to say that. Me too. I've always enjoyed gift giving. Me too. Especially the anonymous part of it. I don't know. I really enjoyed that. Just knowing that someone out there got a smile. Because, the things they asked for, I mean, I remember even as a little kid, it was like, it wrenched. I didn't know what I was feeling at the time. It was heartbreak. My heart would get wrenched. I remember because they would ask for things like socks and a bathrobe. And I was like, can I get a Nintendo? Which I never got because my mom fucking hates video games. But, like, though, just seeing that someone asked for, like, the most basic, simple things for Christmas, I remember as a kid thinking to myself, like, oh, my heart hurts. And as an adult, realizing why my heart hurts, because no kid should need for socks. Like, for fuck's sake. Anyways, we need to take a break really quick, because obviously my children are informing me that they need to go outside or something. Hi, bud. Thank you for licking my leg. I appreciate you. Hi. Hi. Oh, no. You just had to come say hi, bud. Say hi. You're such a good boy. They're just the best. Don't go outside. Okay. Okay. It's gonna pull my tit out. Oh, wait. Lack of socks for George. No! Wait. We have no confirmation whether or not George has ever worn socks. What if George is Dobby? Dobby has a friend. Just have, like, people throw socks. It's great. It'd be perfect. No socks is kind of punk, right? Yeah, or like holy socks or like knee-high wool socks from your dad. Or like just roll a condom up to your thigh.
Sorry about that. My dogs were shiting. Wrong mouse. Bluetooth's annoying. My sister just sent me a fucking, I don't know how legit this is, but it's funny. 1 second. It made me fucking giggle.
Oh, Satan, what up? I forget sometimes. Dog hair, hello? I felt you, you bastard. Shit fart. Psychologist warns it's a major red flag if you relax by enjoying true crime stories. Fly. Wow. She got real with that. 1 second, honeybean. You're a little intense for me right now. Thank you so much. One mental health expert has warned that those who listen to or watch episodes of true crime shows to unwind might be seriously disturbed. Psychologist Dr. Thema Bryant, the fuck, sat down with Mel Robbins on her podcast and revealed those who consume violent media may do so for a very specific reason. It might be because the trauma of it all is familiar to them. She said, quote, if your idea of relaxing before you go to sleep is to watch 3 episodes of Law and Order, then I would encourage you to think about, why is trauma relaxing to me? So if this sounds like you, then you might be in need of some serious counseling. Dr. Bryant continued, quote, some of us grew up in high-stress situations, so people mistake peace for boring. To come home to yourself, you have to lean into the discomfort because it's going to feel unfamiliar. But what if I also watch, like, The Golden Girls? Called out. Maybe. I mean, dude, Blanche can get it. Fuck! Fuck! My tabs crashed. It's fine. Oh, you're a bastard! I have the Deathlock trailer up and it just crashed. Give me a second. Does this expert also warn that shooter games cause violent tendencies? Oh my god, I bet. I bet they think that, drag queens groom people. The most common reason for watching horror or true crime is that it's controllable anxiety. Is it fucked up that I don't get anxiety from true crime at all? Is that more worrying? I don't get anxious from true crime. I don't know. I listen to true crime podcasts because I like the psychology aspect of what they came from and what causes them to become the monsters they are.
Everyone forgets about me.
Poor Satan. No, I was just asking, like, is it weird that I don't? Because I've heard, so we were talking about this the other day, because I do listen to a lot of true crime. It's not everything I listen to. I still watch Disney and shit like that, but that's probably trauma too. Who knows? Like, I guess some people take it to the extreme where they think they're gonna get crimed all the time now. I guess there's like a psychosis where some people listen to true crime stories and then won't leave the house because they think people are just gonna murder them around every corner or whatever. I don't have that at all. Like, I don't listen to it for that, I guess. I'm not listening to true crime to look to how to not get murdered or whatever. Yeah, the backstory and the psychology of these people that do these crazy things, crazy being a terrible word to use, but you know what I mean? Like, that's what interests me more than anything. I'm not there to listen to the gruesome story of the murder or anything like that. Like, I honestly am not super into that. I don't think that that's really pertinent. Like, it's kind of horrible considering the person's dead. After brief speak last night, Katie contact gastro, so waiting for the specialist. Good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you don't feel bad to contacting them when you don't feel right in your body, because that's important. You gotta be your own advocate sometimes, you know? Thanks, Slipsis. It's, guards me from the air conditioning, but it's hot. It's like 90 degrees out or some shit. It got hot fast. It's so weird. I never understood the whole learning violence from video games. It seems to me that playing violent video games gives you place to release aggression and anger, doesn't it? That's what it always felt like for me. Yeah. I like you can't generalize personal experience, but when I look at my own life growing up around a lot of guns and a lot of people who are very into guns and also playing very violent video games, I did not suddenly want to pick up a gun. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I think they are just, it's always some excuse to not look into gun control. I think it's just something, you know? Yes, we do. Oh shit, Ren, no, stop. I didn't want that to play. I wanted to watch the trailer for the Dead Clock thing. Oh, I love Death. If you've never seen Metalocalypse, it was a cartoon made by the creator of this musical. I don't even know what came first, egg or chicken, but it's great. You should give it a try. Metalocalypse is fantastic. What a fuck. What happened? Oh, it's someone in chat said it's August. Hold on, I have the website up. It's August something. August 13th, I want to say. It's literally this year, this August. August 22nd is when the album drops. And the motion picture drops August 25th, according to the website. I have a severe lack of headbanging emotes. I know there's not a lot of them out there. I have like the one pug. If I could make them, I would. Like, I am so not talented in that way, but like, yeah, I think I literally just have the pug. I think that's it. There's not a lot of good ones though. Like, At home with English, what is it? No. I don't think so, but I'm concerned. Worried? What is it? What is it? Is it music? The title just makes me think it's like the two fat ladies cooking or whatever show. The title's I don't have Discord open. There it is. Context not needed. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was gonna say I have no idea. I want to get drunk at a draft house watching that shit. I want to be stoned off my ass watching that shit in my underwear. Or at Alamo. That'd be fucking dope too. I'm rolling with one mouse and I'm just Bluetoothing it between the two PCs and it's a fucking nightmare and I hate it. So I'm sorry if I seem pissy or I'm constantly taking forever to do something, but it's probably because my mouse has gotten a different monitor and I'm like, where is it? What the fuck is this? Okay. We need to do drugs first because I don't know what we're about to experience together and I think it's going to be weird. Like, what horse? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know, just my initial instinct is that it's going to be a montage of people dropping food, like those late night infomercials. Like, do you ever fuck up with Cheetos? You need a bowl with a lid. You know what I'm saying? Serene, it doesn't stink. I'm still like every night after stream, basically, I do another coat of that enamel on it, and I'm just doing that until I run out of the enamel. So my desk is like hella fucked up. All my monitors, that's why I keep trying not to touch my desk because every time I do, everything shakes. Everything that's normally on my desk is behind me because it sucks. I don't want it to smell. And I'm really just nervous about moisture getting into it and it's expanding because I can't buy another fucking desk. But I don't think it stinks anymore, but I don't know. My nose was stained. Like I was literally stained with the smell for a while. Alamo Draft House is amazing. The Americans just turned down the UK's offer to provide assistance in looking for this sub. Wow. So the sub's not found. Mr. Fox, I mean, would you not agree? I would not be shocked if orcas took them out. Serene, it was worse than regular bong water. It was crazy. The craziest part is that I wash my bong every fucking day. And just one day of smoking with y'all created a smell that was akin to when the belt goes out in your vacuum, a hot, strange diarrhea on fire, and like burning hair. So much bleach. It was really bad. It was visceral. Like, it was, my initial instinct when I looked at my desk was like, what the fuck made it wet? And then the smell hit me at like 7 in the morning and I was like, oh my God. And I looked at my bong and my bong still had water in it, like a little bit. So I didn't immediately think like, oh, my bong broke. I thought my snake explosive diarrhea or maybe my ceiling was leaking. Oh God. Why? Imagine if stoners smelled like bong water. No one would fuck us. Is this hell? This. His face will truly haunt me for the rest of my days. I hate it. The person talking to this person apparently is blind, yes. Oh my God. It gets weird. Wait, I was just scanning through it to see. Hell. Like, I almost forgot about it. Which, I don't know. Chilling is a word for what we're doing. We just chilling. Like, I don't have a controller or anything to do anything. I'm very handicapped with my computers right now, so we are experiencing are there words for it? I don't know. It's like I'm entertained, but on almost the level that true crime gives me entertainment. Like, David, it was one of the things that died in the desk, in the bongening. Anything, any electronic that was sitting on my desk, literally just sat on, like powered on in the liquid all night long, and now it doesn't turn on. It's very sad. I'll probably have a Viking funeral for it. Yeah. He took it. He took it back. He only has one that works. And he's streaming, so that's fine. It's fine. It's not mine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a moment. We had like a ceremonial handoff. I absolutely love the screen backdrop. I don't understand the horse, but one day I will. What horse? Nay. I know. I think he only had it for today. I don't know what he's doing tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Friday? Thursday? He was doing a sponsored gig today, and the game he played, he needed a controller for. It's okay. It's understandable. It's crazy. We've both gone through a few elites. I don't think they're as hardy as they should be for how much gamers put them through. Because, like, I haven't broken it. Like, other than this one, I haven't broken any from, like, being misusing them. They break them. I wear them out. You know? It's kind of sad. Anyways. I don't know what to do with I don't, like, what do we do now? Yeah, like, I don't know how to move on. Like, I have an idea, but I don't know. It's like if there's a shit smell, like, is it just going to be shit and fruit, or will the fruit cover up the shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, or you'll go full screen for a full video and we'll go back. It matters. I trust you. There's no video with this one. Wait. What'd be funny is if I know this one. Oh, I was kidding. That one, the link crashed. It went non-responsive. You're fine. This is gorgeous, but I don't know this one. I thought I did for a second. I don't. I was misled by beautiful Spanish guitar. Maybe. Shut up. Oh, this is beautiful. Time and I would do filthy fucking things to have that experience. Filthy fucking things. Filth. Filthy shit to do that. I've seen some legends in my day, and I don't take that for granted by any means, but like, Motorhead when they opened for Alice Cooper. That's an experience. You were 17? No shit, you're literally the exact age as my two older sisters. Because that was the year I was born. I was an accident to one half of that equation. This is dope. It's Laid Back, My Eyes Are Red. I'm assuming the band is Laid Back. And I love this. Yeah. I have not heard this. I dig this a lot. I got nasty resin smell on my hand. Oh, I'd love to go to Jamaica someday. My brother's 14 years older. My sister's 11. No shit. That's my two older sisters are both like, it's weird. Too long didn't read. I haven't talked to them since I was 7. But I think one of them's 14 years older than me and one's like 16 years older than me. I think they're 2 years apart. So they're like around that. Yeah. They were from the first marriage. I was from the affair. I was made on a business trip in Maui. Ooh. I laugh because I'm hella uncomfortable. Insanity, my love, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderfully. Ashley, I hope you've been well, my dear. My brother, your brother, you so you have 2 siblings older. Yeah, me too. I actually have more than that, but those are the way older ones. Dude, trouble. I never got to have those group vacations with my friends. It was super weird. Like I don't know what happened. I think it's because a lot of my age group, like my exact age, when you're going through like elementary school and college and shit like that. I feel like their parents were like the burn the bra hippies, marriage is for losers, let's all be polygamous, whatever. And so their kids went the opposite as like we want to have that classic white picket fence and get married at 18 cuz so many people in my graduating class got married the day they got out of high school. Like no joke, came to senior night in the wedding gown. And they had kids so fucking fast. So I never got to have that. And now all their kids are like literally graduating high school and shit. It's well, close. They're not graduating yet. They're like getting middle of high school, whatever. And they're bored now. And it's like, bitch, you fucking abandoned me for your fetus fruit. Get the fuck out. I have a life now. Bye. I hope you enjoy that old crinkly penis. The concert I saw before that was Pink Floyd. I think you've told me about that. I love that song, Sheepy. I'm keeping that. Hold on. I think I got the other link to work. It literally saw it going. It's just because I have too many up. I need to clear out some shit. Let me restart this one and save that one. That was beautiful though. That was Laid Back, My Eyes Are Red. That was like a really good, that's like the perfect funky beat. It wasn't fruit fly. It's been haunting me all day. It was like the perfect level of funk. And it didn't make me feel, I don't know how to say it. Like sometimes there's just too much funky. Like it's too fucking funky for me. I don't know how to say that. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's just like, oh, did you have to funk that hard? It was a good level. Ed Sheeran does a part cover of this in his live show. It's really good. No shit. That's dope. He has a beautiful voice. I like some of his stuff. He's gotten a little poppy, as do most artists when they get popular, which is fine. And I don't like that stuff. But the other stuff is really good. Okay, this is the video one. Thank you. Dude, if I had any level of, like, how do I put this? If I'm in a closed place where other people are dancing and good music comes on, such as that, I will move my body to it. I don't know if I would call it dancing, but like, yeah. I don't know what I would call it. I just saved the song before I forgot because I will. And then I close the link and then I'm like, fuck! The self-loathing is off the charts. I can't dive deep if my sinuses are acting up or I'd bust an eardrum, so I haven't gotten scuba certified. Dude, I can't even like just swim to a certain level. Otherwise, my whole face feels like needles are coming out of my eyeballs or something. I don't know, man. I've never been able to do it. Like I have a piece of shell from Thailand that I dove into a crater to fetch at the bottom, and it hurts so bad to get it. Like I just kept it as like you went like 6 feet underwater, bitch, with your face. But it literally feels like this part of my face is going to just start bursting with blood or something if I go to a certain depth. It sucks. But I love swimming. Second million. The first was too hard. $1 million. Tesla and SpaceX are nice, but Elon has gone full crazy billionaire. I think about that all the time. Like, were they already crazy, or did like the money make them become crazy? And sometimes I wonder if they like get this psychosis that like now that I have money, my opinions matter. Like they always had the opinions. I don't know. I don't know why. Just dance streams. Can you fucking imagine? Those would be literally imagine a Tim Burton character doing a just dance stream, but with like meat on its bones. That's what it would look like. It would be comical. They'd probably pay me not to do it. It'd be like, please don't do that. Oh, Sheepy, there is quite a leap between this and Snoop Dogg. Oh, there is a violent leap. 100%. Oh, Mel McNasty. Thank you so much for subbing to the class. Keeping the classy alive and giving the name been so fucking long. I appreciate you. That's a long fucking time. Thank you, Vile Dreams, for the sub. Wanted to let you know, CK, that I was here for a good chunk of that at home through what a nightmare. I'm so happy that we've all experienced it together, though, because now we have a trauma in common. You're doing great and having a great time. Revolticon, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, Raiders. I hope you treated your streamer with the respect and kindness they deserve, and I hope your stream went well. Welcome and thanks for the raid. I appreciate you. I have a feeling he was always like this. I could see that. Yeah. I posted a link to Rumpus, a family band, earlier. Oh shit, did I get it? Hold on. I might have missed that one. Feel free to, if you still have it and if you would still like to hear it, I might have missed it. I'm sorry. I was balls deep in the hellscape. The other one. We won't say the name. You know. I'm looking. I have a lot of fucking shit open. I was trying to, wait, do I have it on this one? Do I have it on this one? No, I have a clip though. What is this? That face. What is this? Hey everybody, I like to slaughter kids for fun. Sometimes I like to stick my dick into piranha tanks when I'm feeling spicy. And on occasion, I hijack American airline planes. How are you doing? Yes, she is handcuffed to the seat. Stop looking at her ample bosoms. America. That's enough of that. They need help. Therapy, my dear. Who would say these things? These are the ties that bind us. See, I can't pop my ears. I've actually met a couple people since discovering this about my own face. My sister and I had the same issue, and a couple, like 3 other people I've met in my life have this. If I like do this and, blow really hard, like I want to blow my eardrums out, air comes out of my tear ducts. It's fucking weird. My sister could put milk in her mouth and go, and milk would come out her eyes and she'd cry. Milk. Fucking what? No. I don't know what's wrong. Something's wired wrong. But I've met like 3 people in my life who have the same thing. It's just a weird thing. I don't know. There's nothing you can do about it though. And it just means I don't get to scuba, but honestly, I have a deep-seated phobia of deep sea ocean and like deep sea creatures. I'm cool with snorkeling. All the pretty colorful stuff's up on the top, anyways. The deeper you get, the more like jelly and see-through and deadly it gets. So I'm cool. Well, not necessarily more deadly. They're deadly all over the place, but you know what I mean. I can snorkel. I love to snorkel. That shit's fun. But I can't get certain deepness. I just can't do it. I cannot pop my ears. That's not how I'm wired, I guess. Sinuses they're totally different. And like, I don't know if this did anything, but I have had traumatic reconstructive surgery on my face and jaw due to a horse tap dancing on my face. And Lord fucking knows what that did. And I didn't necessarily try to go scuba diving before that because I was 12. So, I don't know. That might have done something. Like, I assume. But then I met these people who can also. So, who knows? I don't know. Oh, Katie. Oh, me? Me. Sometimes. But I can pop my ears by doing a weird swallow thing or yawning. Yeah, I can do kind of the same thing, but not this at all. Mm-mm. Chewing gum will pop my ears too, like if I'm on an airplane. That, yeah. Oh my God, Spurp, did they die? Anytime anyone mentions that, I'm just curious because I don't think anyone knows yet. And it's scary. I have that happen when I get really sick with a sinus infection. Isn't it fucking weird? And I think maybe I just like have fucked up sinuses or something. I don't know. Well, I know I have fucked up sinuses, but like how fucked up? Who knows? Honestly, Serene, I don't remember much about it anymore, so it's cool. My face looks fine. Mostly I was concerned because it did happen when I was 12, so it's like the chances of me growing and like whatever they pinned up my face, like growing not right was high. So I'm just glad that none of this ended up like, "Mwah," you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you guys, kind of shit. Like, I might be better off in the movies, but like, my private life would be fucking ugh, desolate. Glad that didn't happen. One of my pupils is off center, though. That's fun. Only like 2 to 4 times deeper than snorkeling. Plenty of light, and we could go to Rex and Coral. See, that's dope. I can't even get that deep. Like I've tried. I just swimming. I can't. It's that feeling, that weird like knife pressure in your face, and there just nothing relieves it other than going up for me. I've tried so hard. I've gone to so many beautiful places where all my friends and family got to go scuba, and I just like snorkeled, looked at their fat asses wobbling in the water, pissed on them. Teamwork makes the dream work. Bitter. Yep, yawning, even fake yawning. Just like, I'm gonna do it if I think about it too hard. Don't do it, don't do it. Nope. But yeah, same. Oh my God, it's gonna happen. No, no, no. Mm-mm. Mm. It's dead now. I killed it. I killed the yawn. I was trying to find that link. I think I lost it and I'm pissed. I don't know what I did. Probably just being a piece of shit. Probably talking. I don't know. Isn't dancing just the body moving, expressing? Wait. The body moving, expressing of feelings to rhythm. Doesn't matter if the movement is to the lyrics or the beat. I agree with you. Which is why I still do it. But I probably wouldn't call it anything fun. You know what I'm saying? Like dancing's a lot. The face fish trend, I don't know why. My sister and I have done that for years. I don't know why. It helps when I like want to yawn and I don't want to yawn. Do a fish face. Thanks. It was a lot darker. It's actually faded a lot, but I like this color too. It's like an electric blue. I washed it too many times, but I got real sweaty doing yard work. I'm trying to pull up Discord again. Sorry. I'm trying to just figure out where the fuck it is. I have 3 monitors. Like, I should have enough room. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm going to pick one, I guess, or all 3. We'll see. Hold on. I mean, if Oh, it's so well done. I don't know if I hate it or I love it. Is there no Britney? I keep expecting some Britney lyrics and then they don't happen and my brain gets a little sadder each time. Oh, this is great, but like my brain wants more. But it's pretty long. I bet we're going to get there. We'll see. This is not bad. Right? I keep like whenever there's a pause in vocals and then they hit some Britney, I'm like, okay, here it is. And then it doesn't happen. It's Let the Bodies Hit the Floor and Toxic by Britney Spears. I think it's just two. Drowning Pool is the first one, is the vocals. Yeah. This was my angry period because that ended. I don't know what they're doing, but I kind of like it. I'm so emotionally confused by this. It's pretty dank. Okay, hold on. Let me try the first one. I skipped the first one because I'm going to play him because I trust you and we're friends. I fucking hate Carly Rae Jepsen. That was like my college era when you were kind of subjected to what anybody in the dorm wanted to listen to because headphones didn't really exist yet, like wireless headphones, and holy shit. That song makes me want to self-harm. But I won't. But it makes me want to. But I'll do it because I trust you. It's a mix with DMX. And I do like me some DMX. But like, she keeps trying to release new music and it's like fetch. It's not going to happen. You ruined a lot of us. Oh, it's terrible. It's immediately better. Huh. Okay, that was fucking funny. This is why we trust Sheepy. We don't prejudge. We trust because we get to good places. It's like a song about the dirtiest phone sex ever. I mean, I'm always going to prefer the original anything if it's mixed with Ray Jepsen because this just brings me back to a time of misery and sadness and not being able to tell my other co-dormers to shut their fucking door. But this is well done and kudos where kudos is deserved. Whoever matched these together did a phenomenal job. I don't know. It's well mashed up. It's funny. Like, if you listen to those lyrics mashed together, that's fucking hilarious. So call me maybe. When we gonna fuck? When we gonna bone? It's fucking funny. That's funny. Oh, I do too. Same. Anything from this era that was like Carly Rae Jepsen or Nora Jones or name one soft-spoken female singer. I don't want to ever hear him again. Regina Spektor, did I ever say that one? I don't fucking know. There's so many of them. And they all sounded the same. And I just like pretty much there's like anything that was popular music between the years of 2006 and 2011. I don't really want to ever hear it again. Ever. Yeah, let's stretch it to 2004. Ever. Just was a sad time in my life. Oh, I didn't mean to close that one. I'm so sorry. But you said grab another one, right? I was trying to pull up Discord and I accidentally closed it. That was my bad. Oh, hold on. What the fuck? Stop it. I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to trust the process together. Hello, ma'am. It's too quiet. Hold on. There was so many voices in the beginning, I don't even know who it is. I actually really like Fiona Apple. She was more 90s, though. Right? Oh, I love Fiona Apple. She's incredible. Still do. Alanis Morissette. Any day. I'm not like Nora Jones and all those artists I named before. I'm not saying they're bad artists. They're probably wonderful artists with beautiful lyrics. It was just a bad time in my life. And so all that music makes me feel gross. See ya. I got one. Yes, ma'am. Missy? I never ever thought I'd be a poodle person in my life, but goddamn do I love these dumb dogs. Mr. Fox, I love you so much. Don't forget to wash your face and all your parts. Bill puts her hand in the heart for you. Are you one of those dogs? This is not bad. It sounds like my playlist, to be honest. The way it jumps around. Like, this is how my playlists are. But it's like my playlist is squashed into a song. Nickelback? How did they make it not terrible? Whoa. I never hated Nickelback, honestly. I just never a big fan. But they did something to his voice that made it kind of cool. Oh. Is that Lady Gaga? Was that Gaga? No, let me go back, you stupid hoe. Sorry. Yeah, it has to be. Those, I mean, I can't think of anyone else, but damn, those vocals, that's gotta be Gaga, right? They know what time it is. I don't know how, but they do. Thank you for the hand. Is that the most delicious hand you've ever tasted? Do you want to eat my flesh while I'm sleeping? Are you waiting for the day I die so you can eat my eyeballs and see everything I've seen? Are you a witch? Do you ride a broomstick and reveal your bosoms in the evening? I sense shame amongst us. Are you a lewd woman? Do you suffer from hysterics? You look away. I sense sin in your heart. Are you but yet another Lilith? Come to damn the innocent pure men of Colorado. Harlot. Slut. Whore. Loose woman. Grain of petulance. Brush your hair. You look so loose. Women these days. Taco, thank you so much for someone class. Keeping the class alive. I'm giving it a swings, honey bean. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Look at that foot. You've got such large feetsies, my dear. Is it for the fetishization? Yes. She says yes. That's how she makes her money. I know. Mom. Oh, honey bean. I know. Mom, don't out my hobbies. I'm just a loose woman. It's a fun YouTube channel called One Board J, and they mash up bizarre songs. Honestly, there's a talent in it. Making a good mashup versus just like mashing shit up boring like. Yeah. Not in front of the audience. You just don't look at them and then they're not there. Picture them all naked. That's what I do. I see if I don't lay my perspirations on you, you will pet yourself. Harlot. What a slut. She was just going to sleep on my fucking hand. You're way too fucking cute. Dude, you honestly have good taste in music, Chibi. You can throw me music anytime, any place. Those were dope. Like even ones with songs I didn't like, they're well done. And I'm here to appreciate talent where talent's, expressed, I suppose. I don't know how else to word that. You know what I mean. But I was here yesterday. Wait, how many? It's not been that long. How many years? What year is it? Shit. Picture me naked, just be generous. I needed the ego boost. I'm gonna be honest, like, I think I'm probably extremely generous with anyone I've ever pictured naked because, you know, if I don't like you, I ain't picturing you naked. That'd be weird. At least not on purpose. Python, not anaconda. Didn't think pythons were big enough. Wait, for who? What? Are we talking about snakes? I don't want an anaconda. That's aquatic. That's aquatic. Aquatic animals smell. What comes to mind when I say Ozzy Donna Summers mashup? Is Ozzy still alive? Has anyone checked on Ozzy? That's quite literally what comes to mind. I wonder if, like, anyone outside of his immediate family has ever checked on him. Because I feel like this might be like that ranch where, like, women were just blowing this old dude to live there, but really it was, like, a cult and shit. Like, is he okay? Stop licking my leg, you fuck. They lick. Last night she sat there and licked my arm for, like, 15 minutes straight before I realized, and I told her to stop. They lick. You lick. Why lick? Hello. What happened? You're new. Anyone missing a Doge? Cobras are really dank. The only thing that I don't I honestly like I love my snakes, but I hate feeding them rats. It's the worst part that they eat like a full live animal. I don't feed them live because that's super dangerous, but you still have to like see the big old rat. Like it's just a frozen dead rat, and that makes me sad. Cobras, their main diet is snakes. You gotta feed them snakes. You gotta feed your snakes snakes. Anacondas eat bunnies. Ugh, reticulated, they eat baby cows and baby sheep. It's so fucking gross. And I don't know. It's just like, ugh. Not my favorite part. I prefer these guys. They eat like not you, but like the spiders. They eat like a cricket. Or, the fucking baby pigs. Yeah, fetal pigs. Yeah. It's just it's expensive and fucking gross. But yeah, cobras are really cool, but they straight up eat snakes. That's their main diet source, and that's like a lot for me. What do you have on your nose, son? Is that a scab? Do you have an ouchies? Do you have an ouchies? Did somebody get you? Was it Willard? Did Willard get you, bud? Did you try to fuck with Willard? Doe. Did you try to fuck with Willard the cat? He will claw your eyeballs out and use them as decorations in his home. We know these things. Yes, we do. I can get people to blow me for a roof over their head. Be right back. Gotta check the real estate pages. I mean, honest, you could probably get it for less than that, to be real. Let's be honest. Poodles are pretty dank though. Like they're goofy as fuck. I grew up with like labs and kind of doofy hunting dogs like that, and these guys have the doofy personality, but like plus a little bit of intelligence, which is really nice. But not so much intelligence that they're assholes. I like that. But they're mostly just doofy, huh, bud? Yeah, mostly just doofy. I enjoy it. Wait, ooh, dude, you can always send me seriously, you can always send me music. I fucking all the time. My favorite animal is king cobra. I just find it fascinating that something's so deadly because it's so pretty and beautiful. I mean, same. Like they're yeah. You know what's crazy is they spit in your eyes before they do anything else. They like try to blind their prey to run away. That's what's crazy is cobras are deadly, one of the most deadly snakes out there, and they're pretty famous and vicious for it. But before biting you, they will try to just spit in your eyes first. Like they're courteous that way, and I think that's fucking metal. Like I could kill you, but I'm almost just try to fucking ruin your life first. Peace, bitch. Metal as fuck. The wieners have so much personality and audacity. I love me wieners. Oh my god. I think it was a nurse my mom worked with that we used to go over to her house when I was a kid, because they were friends. And when you're a kid, you just tag along with your mom everywhere. And she had like a flock of wiener dogs, and they were all different kinds. Like there were some long haired ones and some short haired ones, and they were some of the funniest fucking dogs because they remind me of a pug in that they have the personality of a Great Dane, but they're wiener. And it's just, you see it like the frustration in their body language, like, oh, listen to me. But you're like, oh, look at a little wiener. It's fucking amazing. Millie was that way. That's why I loved pug. That's why I wanted a pug for ages. And that's why I got Millie when I was younger. Because I wanted a small dog that was apartment friendly while I was in college. But I still wanted a dog that acted like a big dog. A dog I could take like on walks and hikes and stuff like that. I didn't want something I needed to put in a purse. No offense to purse dogs. They're great. Every dog deserves love in the whole fucking world. Um, they're fantastic. But wieners, I feel like, are similar. And similar, like you have to take care of them because they're poor little backs. Llama warning spit. I think, I'm pretty sure it was a llama. It sucked on my ponytail. It was so fucking gross. No. I'm actually like, this is the end. This is the end. But I packed a new bowl to do a beautiful cheers if you'd like to fucking roast it with me while I raid somebody. I do. I think CBD has its time and place. Yeah, absolutely. I love CBD for like I mostly do like topical CBD stuff. Like I get topical CBD lotions and stuff like that. CBD bath bombs for like muscle relaxation, stuff like that. I when I was having like my actual like true fucking mental breakdown when I was 30, I started taking medication, but a lot of the antipsychotics and medication that I take up to 6 to 8 weeks to actually have full effect, like what their full dosage is. And I survived myself by consuming CBD gummies. because I would just wake up in a pure ass panic. And like my heart would be going 5 million miles an hour and I'd be covered in sweat and I'd feel like I just ran 7 miles. And I'd literally lean over, grab like 4 CBD gummies, shove it in my mouth, like chew them to death, swallow them, and lay on my pillow and wait. And it was the only thing that could get me past like this crazy like anxiety moment I was having. Manic, I should just say it, manic moment. It was the only thing that got me past it until like my actual meds kicked in. It was fucked up. But yeah, I don't think it works for everybody. I don't think it belongs in everything, but like it does have a time and place, and it worked for me. CBD is a component of what was like the natural cannabis plant. So like, back before we started cultivating it and breeding it legally and stuff like that, the natural cannabis plant had lots of different components, and it still does, but one of them was CBD and one was THC. And classically, if it was indica, it had more CBD, and if it was sativa, it had less. So indica puts you into a couch because CBD tends to like relax you. It's more the pain reliever aspect of the marijuana plant. But nowadays, almost all the bud you see in a legal pot shop is 100% THC, zero CBD. Like literally zero. They've bred it out because most like daily functional stoners don't want to be laid on a couch all day. We want to smoke and then go do shit. So they bred it out, but you can get bud that's 100% CBD, 100% CBD or THC, half and half. Like they have across the board, they have everything these days. It's pretty wild how they've cultivated it so specifically to be what you want, which is dope, I think. You're right as fuck, Taco. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for that resub. I appreciate you. It gives you anxiety. Dude, that sucks. I know a lot of people that has happened to, like, as a just out of nowhere. Like, they enjoyed weed for a really long time, and then suddenly anxiety fucking sucks. New weed day. Oh my God, Najee, I'm excited for you. Get something delicious. Yeah, exactly. Playful. That's honestly the biggest, like, hurdle to get over if you take an edible, etc., whatever, that is just CBD. There is no cerebral effect with CBD. Period. End of that discussion. You don't get it. So a lot of people will take a CBD product and be like, I didn't feel anything. It didn't do anything. But that's not what CBD does, which is why CBD is nationally legal. Like it's for the most part legal in all 50 states in the United States of America. You can take CBD, you can get it most places, like even your grocery store and shit like that. I would get it at a dispensary. It's just more likely to be high quality. But you can get them pretty much everywhere because CBD does not fuck you up. It just doesn't. If you're taking a CBD product that is fucking you up, chances are it's probably got THC in it. You might have got it at a gas station where no one's checking. You just want to be careful with that stuff. But yeah, CBD, there's no cerebral feeling whatsoever. There's no head high. What CBD does mainly for like pain reduction is it helps with inflammation. So a lot of pain is caused by fluid retention or inflammation of something. Insert whatever you injured here. And then it helps your muscles and body relax, which can help you go to sleep. So a lot of people will take CBD to go to sleep. Serene, it's very, very highly likely. It's totally possible. I mean, I've found that like I can get two different strains of weed that are the exact same THC percentage, but one sends me to space and one I don't feel anything. And I like it's super sad and kind of convoluted. If you're ever in the Discord, sorry, there's something in my eyeball. If you're ever in the Discord in our hypothetical shenanigans, which is our weed Discord, at Tallulah or Cinemus, who's in chat once in a while, he literally works in the industry and he's welcomed and opened himself as a source if you have any questions. But what he's taught me is that the sheer amount of like different cannabinoids that are in the THC plant that we know fuck all about because it's still a schedule whatever with the government, so we can't test it to actually to verify what the fuck is in our weed. So they take best guess, they do what they can. That's why some weed you'll see nowadays says like a percentage of THCA or something. But I, for instance, have noticed that if weed says, like if the bag says there's a high percentage of THCA, it's going to fuck me up. But if it says there's not a lot of THCA and it's mostly just THC, it doesn't hit me as hard. And that's just individual. I don't know what about my biology does that. And it sucks because what does that mean? They can't really say. It's kind of fucked. It sucks. You know what I heard about Oklahoma though? Okay, it's Oklahoma, right? So I read this that Oklahoma, they didn't pass recreational legal weed, but they actually have more medical marijuana dispensaries per capita than any other state across the US. And it's like you can sneeze and get medical weed. So you got to wonder what the fuck the mental shit is there. You know? Like, what is going on with that shit? I don't know. I don't have answers, but that's what I've read. It seems very fucking like political, you know? Like, it's already so easy to get weed. Might as well just vote Republican. I don't know. I don't know though. Brain chemistry is a fucking mystery. My literally my brain's talking about the mystery of its own brain chemistry right now. I can't with it. It's too much. Yeah, I'm in pain. David, give it to me and we'll watch it tomorrow. It's literally at that time. I have to take my dogs out, otherwise I lose sunlight. And my crazy neighbor comes onto the street and starts yelling obscenities. Racist obscenities. But if you give it to me, I'd love to watch it. Like we did with the Ren video last night. I remembered. I try to remember these things. I do a decent job, I think. I'm okay. Everything over 30% THC is botanically bullshit. Brittany, no shit. What CNMOS was saying the other day is as of like the current research we have, the percentage of weed that it says, like the percentage of THC on the weed you buy, is plus or minus 10%. And that's doing the most controlled, like responsible testing of the best of the crop they possibly can. Plus or minus 10%, which is wild. That's a big plus or minus. Know what I mean? Like, whoa. That's huge. I know. That's what I said. And he's like, yeah. And it's all because they can't. I think it's Biden. You know, I hear Biden making moves and talking about weed every once in a while. I don't know how legit that is, or if he's actually doing anything, or if he just like says something about it once in a while and then has no follow through. I have no idea. I hope it's at least just not a Schedule 1. Like people should be able to test that shit. Same with shrooms and LSD and all those drugs that they use for people with PTSD and stuff. I think that should be totally. The fact that there even is a category where we stick things that we're like, that's so dangerous, no one can test it again, is fucking absurd. Because science changes, we have new ways of testing things, not everything's dangerous forever. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know? What the fuck? I hope he makes a move on it. It would be, I mean, not just personally as a stoner, it's just like the intelligent move. It makes so much stupid money, and a plant growing out of the ground that is proven time and time again that it can't kill you unless a crate fucking falls on your head. Like, for fuck's sake. It should at least be like booze. Have weed shops, have your booze shops. Like, you got to be over 21, whatever. It should at least be that, because come the fuck on, alcohol is poison. That's my opinion. Fucking cheers to that. Oh, the mouse. My mouse is dying. My poor little Bluetooth mouse. I gotta plug that shit in. Let's see. Who is doing shit? It does. It makes medical and financial weed to legalize weed 100% responsibly. Obviously, like, I think that goes without saying, but I agree 100%. Yeah. Cheers. Happy 420. Or what the fuck you celebrate? It doesn't matter. It's 420, maybe like. It's fine. It's whatever. 40 minutes ago. It doesn't make sense, the alcohol weed argument. I think it's honestly like a cultural thing. It's like a cultural bias. They made weed illegal like early 1900s, late 1800s, fully based on racism and like the women will marry the Mexicans if they smoke that there Mary Jane, which is fucked up. And then they just never went. They're not willing to be like, hey, sorry we did that. Here's your weed back. I don't have answers, but it's fucked up. I know. I mean, sugar, like half the thing. You can literally go buy. I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying in America, you can go buy a gallon of Clorox bleach, take it home, and drink it. But like, if a weed plant accidentally grows in your yard and you leave it long enough that a smokable bud develops, You can go to jail as a kingpin, which is like, I think over 15 years or something. This is a strange world. We're living in a weird world. There's so many things that can kill you all around us. But they like create this psychosis around like weed and shrooms and drugs. But like, walk down the cleaning aisle. Fucking A, dude. It's weird. I smoked marijuana once and it turned me trans. And see, like my biggest issue is I just keep smoking the marijuanas. So like I'm trans and then I'm not, and then I'm trans and then I'm not, and then I'm trans and I'm not. So like eternally transitioning. Forever. My penis is sore, is what I'm saying. Please send Aquaphor. Moisture necessary. Everything's chafed. I can't explain to you what the rash like is. I need to call my therapist. It's gonna be fine. Okay, I found someone to raid. We're raiding someone. I know we can't. It's like the new shush. It's a bad word now. We can't go there anymore. That there reefer, that there jazz cabbage. The devil's lettuce. So fucked up. Are you a female hyena? I really hope so. I never plan to have children, which means I won't die to a ruptured penis. Hyenas are my favorite, though. I fucking love them. Hyenas, rhinos. I like animals. Okay, I have to go. So high. I have to walk my dogs, otherwise I'm losing sunlight. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what day it is, but we'll be here and we'll be awesome. And maybe I'll find a game I can play without a controller. I don't fucking know. Or we'll just hang out. Or maybe we'll paint the desk together. Strip poker? I don't know. Bring your hooker on. Hose her off first, though. Bitch stank. I had something I was going to tell you and I completely forgot. So we're just going to fucking say fuck it and, peace out cordially. Irish goodbye. This isn't a goodbye. This is just like, we'll be talking later and I would never do something like that. So like, tomorrow we'll be hanging out and we'll do stuff and I don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll be art. Maybe it'll be birdhouses. Maybe it'll be like fuckery. Who the fuck? I don't